not just America's card room. We're the world's card room. A place where everyone comes together to play the game we all love. We are all unique, all competitive, and all striving to be the best. But at the end of the day, through thick and thin, we are all in together. There are those who play the game. And then there are those who pour blood, sweat, and tears into every hand. This one's for the fighters. Progressive Knockouts at America's Card Room.
From the Lodge Poker Club in beautiful Round Rock, Texas, welcome to Poker Night at the Lodge. My name is Rick Epstein, along with my partner each and every week, Mike the Skull Reisman, Dave Klaproth at the controls, at the executive producer. And Mike, we've got a good one tonight. Originally, we thought it was 5-5. I think the players just decided, hey, we're going to make it 5-5 instead of 5-10, but uncapped. So really, does it really matter? The chips are going to be flying through the air.
What's up, Rick? Just got in the booth here with you Saturday night here. Yeah, they're going to be playing 5-5, but plenty of these players love to straddle. And as you mentioned, it's uncapped, so there's going to be plenty of money and plenty of juicy pots to go around tonight.
We've got so much exciting news to tell you. First of all, we want to thank our title sponsor, America's Card Room, as always, for coming aboard, and they've increased their investment into the show. They really love it. And we've got a new sponsor, Mikey. Let me tell you, we're going to be talking a lot about our new sponsor, Chip Leader Coaching. You know this gentleman and his cohorts, Chance Corneth, along with Alex Foxon and Joe McKeon. They've got a little company that teaches folks how to play a lot better tournament poker, and we're going to tell you a lot about it tonight.
Yeah, that's big news for the stream. Yes, indeed. All those three players well known in the poker community, so plenty of World Series of Poker bracelets, millions of dollars in tournament earnings. So very excited to have them on board with our show. Well,
it just means folks are noticing what we're doing here in our little live stream, the biggest kept secret in all of poker. Poker Night at the Lodge, and tonight we've got a good one. Let's go over if you have some chip stacks maybe that we can talk about, but we'll get that here in a second of what at least they started with, because they've had a few hands already.
Yeah, C1's Big Tony.
We've seen him before.
Yeah, Big Tony, a regular to the show here. He's buying in for 4K. C2 is Chris. He's a traveler poker player. He's been playing in Florida a lot lately, but now he's back in Texas. He bought in for 3,100, I believe. C3 is Philip. He played on our 5-5 last week when the room was completely jam-packed from the 200K tournament we had. Reckless Ron, as we're going to be calling him tonight, 3K C4. Jeff W. in C5 came in from out of town specifically to be on Poker Night at the Lodge, so we're going to welcome that gentleman, and he bought in for 4K. Anderson, seat 6, 4K. Poker Traveler, seat 7 for 5K. E in seat 8 for 37.35. And then Joe in seat 9 will bring us home with 2K.
So it looks like we got a little straddle going on. 5-5 and $15 straddle, and we're ready to go. We're going to be here for the next 3 hours. Slick Rick and Skull Mike will be calling the shots from Broadcast Central, deep underneath the Lodge Poker Club. And there's a raise to 75 from the Poker Traveler. And we'll have a fold there, and we'll go on to the next one. Yeah, we'll have plenty of stories. We'll have the joke of the night in the second hour. We'll have everything. But Chip Leader Coaching, really want to thank them for coming aboard. They are our second sponsor. We're working on a third sponsor that I can't really announce yet, but it's going to be exciting. But Chip Leader Coaching, if you're a tournament player or a cash player, we'll be telling you a lot about that. And anybody named, the company is owned by Chance Corniff, Alex Foxen, and Joe McKeon. Those are some serious players. So you're going to want to hear what we have to say later on in the show. $20 is the bet. Over to Seat 9. Seat 9 is a late addition. You had to add him at the last minute. I believe his name is John. Looks like we're going to go to the flop. Flop comes Queen 9-10, 2 spades. Nobody really has any part of that. Jeff still with his pocket sevens in the lead. There's a king.
Yep, checks all the way around. Still nobody connecting with that board. So the sevens in the lead here still. Look at that, 7-7 with 77% equity. And still the sevens with the best hand, 2 pairs, 7s and 10s. Not much action going around on this board here. And Ron's going to try and take a stab. He didn't come here to check every street. He's going to take a little stab here on the river, betting 75 bills. And that's going to get it done there. So 5 high like a boss. Welcome to the screen, Reckless Ron.
And let's go over chip values. Red chips are 5, green chips are 25, black chips are 100. The purple chips you see out there are 500, and you see a few yellow chips. They're $1,000. The silver chips are tip chips. You'll see silver and what we call pumpkin, the black and orange. And those aren't in play for the players. They're more, they're exactly for dealers to receive as tips. So
I have some special viewers watching from Massachusetts.
Nice.
Got to give him a little shout out, Mr. Alan Kaplan in Longmeadow. He plays a lot at Mohegan Sun, so if you're around those Mohegan Sun tables, you better look out for Alan. And definitely got to give a shout out to Philly Blunts and his mother, Mallory, who basically raised me. So they're tuning in from Massachusetts tonight, tuning in for the show, so we appreciate the viewership, guys. Like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already.
Yeah, I was born in Boston, but I moved to Texas as soon as I could. I still love the Celtics, Bruins, Patriots, you name it.
It's too bad that the Islanders keep wrecking up on your Bruins, so you can suck on that, Rick.
Here's a double straddle. Looks like we've got $30 as the double straddle. The Poker Traveler with that straddle. Here comes, it might be $40. E will call with his Jack-8 suited.
Phil, ace-10 of diamonds here. Not going to, yes, he is going to raise it up to 125. I thought he was just going to flat call there, but I like to raise on the button in position with a suited ace here. And Jeff, I don't know nothing about Jeff here. So Jeff came in from Louisiana, special for the stream. So let's see how he mixes it up tonight. Hopefully he stays active and wins some big pots here.
Phil makes it a buck and a squirt. And he's got a couple players coming along. 3 ways to the flop. Flop comes King 6-3, 2 spades. Little roll call in the live chat with 117 in the room. Where you watching from? We always like to know where the viewers are watching. It looks like Mr. Louisiana is going to call the bet of 250 from Phil with his pocket 8s.
Not giving Phil credit for a king here. And if he doesn't have a king, these 8s are pretty good on the rest of that board here. So goes check, check. Jeff now probably believes more so in his 8. Doesn't love that queen on the river. Let's see if Phil knows. So Jeff going to go for a little bit of river value here with his pair of 8s. And I don't think Philip's going to be able to make this call here. And he, what is that, 375?
Either way, he's taking the pot down.
So we're also introducing, we do have our time bank cards out. Did we talk about those yet?
No, we have not.
So
what are you, getting old on me? We haven't talked about that. Tell us, Mike.
You're brushing off on me. You're usually the one that forgets everything.
Yes.
And anything on the show. But if you look next to the chip stacks, people's got these little like blue stop signs, these octagon laminated cards there, and they're time banks. So there's going to be no tanking involved on the stream tonight. So when anybody has a tough decision, after they go after their 30 seconds of allotted time, if they need additional time, Each player has 3 time banks worth a minute each. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, we're not going to be wasting any time with tanks tonight. Looks like Chris makes it 80 with his pocket kings, the Kennedy brothers. Luca watching from Maryland, Mikey from Maryland. Luca from Montreal.
Yeah, learn how to read, Rick.
Montreal, 995. Chris still way out in front with his Cowboys.
Yeah, safe board for kings here. Not really too worried about any 9s. Nobody holding a 9. Poker Traveler with a pair of 5s, though, will make the call. No, he's actually going to raise it up. So raising it up and putting the pressure right back on Chris here. Chris is not going to be going anywhere just yet, but some alarm bells might be ringing. Does he really have a 9? Really? On this board, under the gun? Unlikely under the gun that he's going to be holding a 9, right? So you got to feel rather confident here with your pocket kings. And Chris is going to be going nowhere. Makes the call, and we're going to take a turn.
Deuce of diamonds.
2 of diamonds here, so not the card really Chris wanted to see. He goes check,
7.
check. Traveler looks to be shutting down there as well. We go check, check on turn and river, and Chris is going to take it down. 2 pair kings and 9s.
Kings and 9s will win it, and we're excited to be here for yet another night. Live stream night. We'll be back again on Wednesday. Is Wednesday night the ladies' night special?
Wednesday night is the ladies' night special. It'll also be Nakia's birthday. We might have a pretty unveiling going on at the table.
Nice.
We'll see. I can't give away any secrets.
Are we bringing in a stripper? What's going on here for Nakia?
Jesus, Rick. That would be gentlemen's night here. These ladies are going to class up to join a little bit here.
Hey, let me tell you.
Every
ladies,
show here, you're thinking about strippers here. Wednesday night strippers, Saturday night strippers. No, we're just playing poker, Rick. I mean,
ladies
goddamn.
love the strippers. They love
Jesus.
strippers just as much as the
Well,
men
we're going
do.
to play some poker. It's going to be the 1-3 hybrid game on Wednesday night, and that game is filled up with plenty of ladies interested in playing in future games. So we're looking to do that hopefully once a month and maybe move that game to Monday. So we'll see how Wednesday goes, but by the looks of it, I think it's going to be fantastic, and there should be plenty of action as well. Everybody in that chat's got to hit that like and subscribe button for us. We're trying to get off to a hot start, plenty of likes, so we can reach out to a new audience. That's what we always appreciate and need for the support from the chat. 130 of you in there, so in the middle of a hand right now, although we have a triple straddle going on, maybe after this hand, close down that chat, hit that thumbs up button for us, and subscribe to the channel if you are new to the telecast.
We are working on merchandise. If you want some merchandise from our great live stream, it's coming. Next few weeks, you're going to see some great merchandise.
You sounded like Tony the Tiger there.
I know, I did. I specifically
Slick
went
Rick,
that way.
Slick Rick in the skull with a special guest, Tony the Tiger, in the booth.
And I've got to brag on both you and me. Of course, I'm not going to tell you how much. I'll tell you. Mikey, right before the stream started, had a great night at the cash tables. Cashed for a whopping what? Profit of over 4K. And Mikey, what did I do for the second straight night? I went to the cage and cashed for a whopping 700 for the second straight night, Mikey.
You quickly came to my aid there and asked for the $40 that I owe you for the T-shirt.
You're damn right I did.
You see,
You're damn right I did.
Mikey's got a big night here. Let me get that 40 real quick.
and you were quick to say, let me get you at a later date. I said, you've got $4,000 in your hand. Give me 40.
Yeah. 5-4-4 flop here. We're also not only on YouTube this night. Like every other night here on the Lodge Poker Club Facebook page, you could be watching us live there as well.
You're going to have to check it because I don't have the Facebook. I'm going to have to get a Facebook.
Yeah, Fred Flintstone doesn't have Facebook either.
6 of spades. I used to have it, but you know.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook right now. I got a couple viewers in there. Guy Turner saying he's watching from Mobile, Alabama. We appreciate that.
Nice.
So plenty of ways to watch the show, whether it be a Facebook or our YouTube channel.
And our Louisiana guy is just killing it right now. Another win for Jeff with his big slick. 2 pair there.
Yeah, Jeff's going to say thank you very much for getting me in this game, Mikey. I think I'll come here once a week. And that's what we love to see. People coming in from far, near, and wide, from all over the country, state, to come to the lodge to mix it up here on table 11 under the lights, Ricky. I know that's the name of your other show.
Under the Lights. That's the name of my radio show. You got it.
Under the lights here at the lodge. Saturday Night Poker. It should be a good one.
Does the lodge serve Reuben sandwich? No. We haven't served food since the COVID. We will have back. You know, that was one thing the
Mitch
lodge.
is always asking for those nice Jewish jellies.
He wants a knish. He wants a pickle.
Somebody needs to send Mitch some bagel and lox. Maybe keep the capers on the side. I'm not really a caper guy.
Some latkes. But no,
it's not it's latkes. It's not latkes.
Hey, I was.
Who eats latkes?
Hey, listen.
Jesus.
The lodge used to have food, complimentary food each and every day. We're going to get back to that as soon as we get the okay. 250 is the bet. Quickly called. And we'll go heads up to the flop between E and our man in seat 2. Chris. We don't see their cards right now, but we will. Looks like Queen 9-7, Rainbow. Scott, you know, we're not ignoring you.
Scott's asking about Kevin. I mean, Scott, you gotta ask some better questions if you want, you know, the front page here.
I mean, come on.
Well, he was worried about the dealer. We got some players here playing, mixing it up here. You'll find out if Kevin's the dealer all night, if he's in the box the whole 3 hours, right? Just wait and see.
9 of hearts on the turn. He does have top pair, top kicker.
Scott wants a red carpet.
Man, some of our chatters are just a little needy tonight. We love you. We love each of you, but come on. There's a big bet from E. Top pair, top kicker. Ben Dog says if you start serving food, I might come. Hey, you need to come anyway. Look at this action, folks.
Yeah, not quite sure what Chris is holding here, but he's got to feel pretty confident with this board run out here.
Another heart, though. He does have the ace of hearts.
Maybe the Jack 10 type of hand here. We're not quite sure here yet. Ace of hearts here, crucial. And still would be kind of questionable here to be raising a flush once that board pickers on the turn here. But still a nice card to have, the ace of hearts. And you got to feel like he's good here, and he's going in for a little bit more value on the river.
750 is the bet.
I think Chris, we're not.
American.
Chris has J's, the Jiggities, the Judge Judy here. So let's see. He's telling a story. 3 streets here with the 9 or the queen. A lot of things now have Chris beat. The flush gets there. The queen has you beat. The 9s have you beat. So I don't think Chris can make this call. He uses his first time extension here, so he'll have an additional minute of thinking time in the blender.
And this will be our chip leader coaching. What would you do hand of the night? Let us hear you, chat. What would you do? Do you call here? Do you raise or do you fold? Obviously with jacks, we know what the outcome's going to be, but what should Chris do here?
Lay it down, Chris. And obviously, when we see the cards here, Rick, and you're asking the chat, it's a fold, Rick. It's an obvious fold.
Why not raise and get it off the hand?
Because you're going to get snapped off. You're going to get snapped off quicker than
Could have hearts. Could have hearts.
Quicker than Usain Bolt in the 100-yard dash here.
Will he use another time chip here? He does get
really,
a minute
really
after he
about this one.
He lays it down. Yeah. Let me tell you about our new sponsor, Chip Leader Coaching. It's an AI-driven platform designed to react to your game and teach you what you need to work on the most. Chip Leader Artificial Intelligence features personal input from Chance Kornuth and Alex Foxen, who spent thousands of hours writing explanations to over 3,000 specific spots. As you answer questions, the AI learns exactly what you need to work on and adapts to you personally. For more information, go to clcpoker.com. That's clcpoker.com, and we thank Chance Kornuth, Alex Foxen, and the gang for being our newest partner to Poker Night at the Lodge.
I got a hockey game going on in the booth. I got a 14 parlay going on, Ricky. I won the first 3.
Uh-oh.
Only a $100 wager to return $2,000.
Oh my goodness! And what needs to happen?
This last game is screwing me, Rick.
Uh-oh.
Screwing me.
Jack 9 deuce,
Stupid,
2 diamonds.
Goddamn Toronto Maple Leafs, the worst hockey team of all time.
Open ender for Joe. Top, middle pair for E. Not much for Big Tony. He gets out of the way. So we'll go heads up. There's a king. Check to the river. There's that jack, and we're going to have 2 pair. Jacks and 9s for E as long as he stays in.
95.
But Joe is going to make the bet. He says, I've got $90 here, E, with your name on it if you want it. 95 actually. You got a fly in the
so you gotta
bunker
you gotta
today.
zap it.
Quick call. E's going to win this hand with his 2 pair.
Yeah, so E heating up a little bit. I played with E on the outer tables here this afternoon pre-stream, and he was getting roughed up quite a bit here. A couple coolers. He had a couple monster hands, but came up on the short end. But as soon as the lights come on here at table 11, he's no stranger to the big game, the stream game.
Jedi Master Ted, we do rotate on every other table but the live stream. The reason we don't is because we're only on for 3 hours, and we don't want to waste any time. So we have one dealer for our live stream, but believe me, every 30 minutes, every table in this joint has a new dealer. Not here at the live stream.
Yeah, and sometimes we do rotate, but Kevin's our best dealer here at the lodge, especially when we have the iPad in play with the time bank that you see in the box there, and these cards are a little bit different. We like to have our best here for our viewers and our players here. This is high stakes, and we don't want to waste any time, like you mentioned, Frank.
It's time. We're only here for 3 hours.
And Ron is drinking, so Ron has a couple beers. He doesn't drink maybe quite as much as the Chi-Town Cat,
AKA White Collar Warrior.
So that might be a little clue for some future sponsorships.
We're trying, folks. People want to be part of this show. They need to be part of this show. Because we're on a rocket ship right now because of our great viewers. 678 Rainbow.
Still only 23
2
likes.
pair
So
for Philip.
I know there's 166 of you plus here in the chat. Click that thumbs up button for us, please. Do us a favor one time. 2 pair for Philip and top pair for Ron. So
I don't know if that flop. There we go. It was 678 on the flop. The queen of spades on the turn.
So still top pair for Ron. Phil betting 100. Ron with a quick call. We're going to take a river heads up.
No help for reckless Ron.
I don't think Ron's going to be able to get away here. Phil's going to go for a little bit of river value, 200 bucks. Ron's going to have to pay this off. Don't see Ron getting away from this. Don't see him raising. So 250.
Woodstock Philip with his 2 pair.
Woodstock Phil from Utah. Let's see if Ron somehow can make a great lay down here. I don't think it's gonna happen, folks. I think Ron's gonna have to pay this man his money. And he does. Makes the call. Phil shows him the bad news and shipped those chips over to C3. He earned them.
He did. Rick Epstein and Slick Rick and Skull Mike here in the bunker, 25 feet below the main floor at the Lodge Poker Club. Here with Dave Klaproth, the executive producer. We're rocking and rolling. We're going to have to figure out an over-under bet. We don't know what that is going to be yet. Big O game hasn't started yet. That's usually going by now on the table next door. We got one guy there ready to.
What's that one guy doing all alone there at that table? Somebody go play with that man.
He says there's normally a Big O game going on right now. Where are they? Looks like we got a straddle, $10 straddle. Over to Anderson. We've seen Anderson before a couple times on the stream. Makes it 40. Here comes the raise from the Poker Traveler to a buck and a squirt for 125. Big Tony comes along on the button with pocket 8s. So it looks like we're going to go 4 ways to the flop. 600 already in the, actually 500 in the flop. There's a set for Big Tony.
Top set on the button here, but everybody else whiffs here. But the Traveler quickly reaching for chips here. If I'm Tony, I just want to flat this here. I do not want to see Tony come over the top right away here. Joe's going to get out of the way here with the ace-jack. Don't see him floating with the player behind. Now action on Tony, seat 1 with a set of 8s. Just want him to flat this 225. No reason to raise it up now, but he does. So he's going to charge the Traveler right now, but I don't see the Traveler can't come along now after that raise. It looks like he quickly folds, and Tony's going to take it down there. So a little bit of a missed opportunity there.
Had a good conversation with Big Tony before the game, originally from Corpus Christi. He's in the flooring business, and
business is booming for Big Tony.
It's crazy. He wants to get out of it, but he can't because it's just crazy right now. Everything around homes in the Austin, Texas area is out of control right now. Homes are getting 10 offers.
Yeah,
at least 10 additional offers.
I'm in the market for a new house. So
you are. Come by my house.
God damn.
I'll overcharge.
I got a lady at home pulling my buttons for a new place to live, and it's time. It's time, but it gives me a headache and anxiety in this market right now.
Yeah, it is expensive. I'm glad I have
But
mine.
when I'm stacking your ass daily on the 1, 2, 1, 3 tables, you know, it's money ain't a thing. Like
I don't
Ace
think
used to
we've
say.
ever played together.
Yeah, come on. You don't gotta lie to the viewers. It's when I sit down at the table, you get up and move to another table break.
178
Look
in
at
the
this.
live chat.
E just flops a straight here, and Philip with the overs and the open-ended here, and Joe with top pair. So what a flop here, three-way.
Joe makes the bet, it looks like.
Joe wasting no time with his top pair.
235.
Phil makes the call. Action back on E, flopping the joint here. Queen 9.
Here comes the boom. Boom.
Gonna raise it up right away. So E, very fortunate here early on here. We're only a half hour into the stream tonight. Our Saturday night 5-5 game, uncapped buy-in, and this pot is ballooning here. Let's see if Phil wants to come along here. Pot already over 2K. And it looks like he does. So here we go. You imagine here E is gonna blast off this turn here. Doesn't want to see an ace. Phil looking for an ace and an ace only.
Well, an ace or a 9. And
yeah, 9. Nobody likes chop pot. 9's not coming right. 3 hearts. 2.6 in the skillet.
9 gives him a higher straight to the king.
Yeah, you're right. But
9 or an ace.
It's not coming.
All right, wait.
Does have additional outs here. Still 13% equity. E still a stranglehold. Joe drawing dead with top pair, top kicker. Action on E. And he, look at E. He's using a little time extension
A little
here.
Hollywood.
Little Hollywood with the nuts here, thinking about what sizings are my opponents going to call. What do my opponents have? Maybe he's targeting a set, 2 pair, Jack 10. Maybe his opponents have that type of hand here, and you have that crushed right now. So you definitely want to keep those hands in. See a safe river, but he looks like to rip it.
He goes all
he's
in.
ripping it all in here. So Joe behind already only has about 800 or so behind. So targeting that, and Phil a pot size bet behind. So I love the rip here by E. If these guys are committed on the flop, there's no reason why they wouldn't be committed here on the turn. And let's go after it all, baby. Let's crush souls here. Send people home crying here. Oh, I missed my draw.
Joe calls.
Makes the call, in trouble. Makes the call, drawing dead. So we're going to go, this is locked up. Lock it up, baby. Lock it up.
Just ship those chips over to E. Joe, rebuy. Table 11.
Yeah, and if you are
Chips.
E, yeah, chips to seat 9. But here we go for E, one time.
Jedi Master Ted, give it up already. Enough with rotating the dealers. This live stream is 3 hours in duration. Believe me, Kevin will be out to deal to all the players in the lodge. Trust me on this, Jedi. Turn the page. Enough. God. Jedi just wants Kevin to deal with the world. We are the world, Mikey.
Yeah, I'm not even into the chat that much right now. I'm too busy on my soundboard.
Yeah. And E is making some plays tonight.
Yeah, he's heating up there. Gets paid. Gets paid by his opponent in seat 9, drawing dead. And if you are in seat 9 on that hand, all you can say is...
Yeah, that was...
as he calls for more chips.
He called drawing dead. Skull Mike, Slick Rick in the bunker tonight. for a 5-5. We originally thought it was 5-10, but it doesn't matter here at the Lodge.
We like to think that the stream gets priority.
Well, and also they're different cars, so we have to train them. They're harder to deal because they're a little thicker, so there's a lot of reasons, but enough on that. Ace 10-6.
105.
And it's only for 3 hours. 2 spades. Looks like Joe puts the bet out there and is going to take this down after he got some new chips. New chips, new hopes, Mikey. You've been there many a time, having to checks, please.
No, that's you, Rick.
No.
You're the one usually calling for checks. I'm the usually one stacking your chips that you send to me free of charge. UPS priority.
Jedi Master Ted, you are okay with me. Sorry I got a little heated there, but
stop yelling at the folks, Rick.
I
Yelling
love
in my ear.
every.
I got headsets on. I feel like you're yelling in my ear.
I love every.
Tylenol in the booth.
I love every person in the live chat like he was my own brother.
Who's whining
or
more?
Sister.
Who's whining more, Jedi or Rick? I don't know. You guys get a room, you two.
No, he's my buddy.
We got Straddle City going on. Oh no, they're looking at it. I thought we had multiple straddles here, but they're looking here. They're peeling. Looks to be 20 to go. Multi-way action on the big blind makes the call. Doesn't look good for my parlay, Ricky.
I want to see you win another $2,000.
I had high hopes. I think I'm gonna break. I hedged it a little bit, so I'm gonna break
Jack
even.
8-5.
But I wanted to win another 2K one time.
Put it down towards a house.
That's the plan, Rick.
Well,
we already have the money for the house, Rick. We just don't know what house we want. We don't know if we want to build a house or on our own. Lots aren't, easy to come by around here. I don't want to live.
Are you going to marry this girl? Is she
I don't
going to be on?
wanna
Is she
live-
going to
I
be
don't wanna
on the
live off-
house? You better.
Yeah, she's on the house.
Because in Texas, it doesn't matter if you're married. If you're living together and you pass yourself off, it's common law.
Okay.
So half of it is hers.
Well, if I need a divorce attorney or a real estate attorney, I'll give you a call here.
I mean,
what are you? What are you?
I'm
you
just
send me a
telling
bill in the mail here? I didn't ask for any advice.
I'm just telling you,
Let me
I
live-
love
let me
Nina,
live-
and
let me live
and
my
I don't
life.
even know her. I
Yes.
love her.
It's because she probably makes better cookies than your wife. Uh-oh.
Dude,
Uh-oh.
you had 3 cookies.
Uh-oh.
My wife made butterscotch oatmeal
Joke
cookies.
of the night, folks. Sponsored by Skull Mike. Nina's cookies better than Rick's
Oh
wives.
my
Just kidding.
goodness.
Just kidding. We appreciate all
Nina,
cookies in the booth.
These were homemade.
They're always homemade. We had homemade waffles this morning at the Reisman household. We watched the Islanders squash up on the Buffalo Sabres. It was a good day here. Now we got poker going on here. Table 11, under the lights, 8:40 Central Standard Time. Like and subscribe to the channel, people. We are low on our likes right now, and I need more likes. I need more likes. I need some more cookies if you're going to give them to me. 197 in here if you're watching for the first time. We stream every Wednesday and Saturday night, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Wednesday night upcoming here is going to be Ladies Night, a table full of ladies of all ages trying to win as much money as possible and put on a great show for our viewers. Reckless Ron here putting in a little green chips here. We got a little raise.
Reckless Ron.
I said, Ron, what do you want to be called? Is Ron just good? He's like, nah, Mike. Ron is not good. I want to be known as Reckless Ron.
Reckless Ron with
I
a
said,
slot machine.
That sounds good, buddy.
Ace, Deuce, King, Rainbow. And Reckless is going to continue. Wow.
Takes it down. What do we got
No,
here?
quick call. It's not Anderson in the pod. Seat 7. Anderson's in seat 6, I believe. There's another Deuce. So we don't know
Where's the action coming
seat
from?
7 what he has.
Yeah, it's Ron and Poker Traveler here.
Poker Traveler.
So graphics a little off on this hand. Anderson out of the hand, as you mentioned here, but Ron going for the double barrel with his 7s. Knows he's not good and gets a quick call here from the Traveler here. So now the pot ballooning here. Let's see if Ron, likely to go check to Ron here on the river. Let's see if Ron goes for it on the river.
3 tray of clubs. We were told never to call it a 3 anymore. To call it a tray. tray of clubs. Ace will win it. Yeah, Dave, it always gets tense in the booth, but Skull Mike is like the little brother I never had. So even though I don't even know how old. How old are you, Skull Mike?
None of your business, Rick. Mind your business.
All right, how old, folks? How old do you think Skull Mike is?
A lot younger than you, because I
am
not a distant relative or a neighbor of Fred Flintstone, like you were back in the day. That's all you need to know. I don't walk around the lodge with a walker. I don't have any oxygen. Okay? I go to the gym. I eat healthy, and I bring the heat every time in the booth.
You eat sushi six times a week.
There you go. Yes.
Louisiana Cajun Central in seat 5. Jeff W. with his Queen 7 will fold over to Anderson.
You know how many fellow Arizona alums I heard after last show, after you were ripping on my alumni?
Yeah.
Brutal. They're coming after you. You better not show your face in Arizona, because that might be your last time.
Tucson.
In Arizona.
How long do they get on the shot clock? They get 30 seconds. Then they each have 3 chits, we're going to call it, little placards that they can use for a minute extension. After 30 seconds, if they're in the tank, they'll automatically, if they don't fold, they'll automatically use one of the time extensions until they're out of them, and then it's an automatic fold. Just to speed the game up, we're going to try it. We're going to try different things. This is like the G League, you know, trying different rules for the NBA. We're going to try all sorts of fun things on this live stream to see if we can make the perfect poker game. Tonight, we got tons of chips, tons of great players, 5-5 action, uncapped. Yeah, some of the graphics sometimes are wrong. We'll plead guilty to that. Sometimes it is like that, but we try. Reckless Ron looks down at the ladies. Makes it 50. Getting a couple calls.
A couple queens out there ready too. So Poker Traveler making the call.
Uh-oh. King, 10. That's going to slow the ladies down. Here comes the turn.
Typical queens. Looking hot, feeling pretty here. Favorable turn there for Ron. Still in the lead, 90% equity. Still multi-way in his hand now. Let's see who wants it.
You see 90% for Poker Traveler. I'm sorry, for Reckless Ron. And he's going to take down yet another pot over there in seat 4. Reckless Ron with his ladies. Remember, the odds are calculated, folks, with cards that have already been discarded or in players' hands. So that's how the odds are automatically calculated.
Yeah, it takes into account cards that already hit the muck that you see from other players. And usually when you're watching some other streams or other poker channels, that's not the case. So that's why the odds are a little bit different than you might be used to.
Mikey, somebody's following your Facebook, says, Mikey Luke says, Skull Mike, nice pic of you and Rick on your Instagram.
Yeah, it's the new show logo here. And when you see here, when I type in the chat here, type in logo, we got a nice new logo here that Rick debuted about a week ago. So we're going to have that logo on a couple of pieces of merchandise here in the future, as long as some merchandise for some featured players. So if you guys are in the market maybe for a new sweatshirt, hoodie, coffee mug, etc., we're going to have a website here shortly where you can buy and purchase that material.
Absolutely. And we'll be pimping that stuff on this show. You can guarantee you that.
Rick's not going to be a model for the website, though, so you're not going to be seeing Rick's face, actual face on the website, because we don't really want to scare the viewers away from the website or discourage any purchasing. So he will not be a model.
Looks like now there's 2 players ready for Big O on table 11. But we've got 7 cash games going right now in the lodge. The lodge open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Exit 251, Round Rock, Texas, from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. each and every day. Come in, play cash, and you play for free. Lodge is a social club, so you pay either a daily, monthly, or annual membership fee. That gets you in the club. Once you're in the club, it's $10 an hour to play on cash games, and then tournaments, you pay a entry fee to get into the club, and then your buy-in. That's how it works here at the Lodge. Looks like E is going to raise it up to 100. Little C note action. I don't know if we're going to give. We'll have different things where we'll give away, but we want people to purchase the merchandise. You will be the envy of your neighborhood when you're donning a Poker Night at the Lodge hoodie when they come out in a few weeks. 172 in the live chat. Now you see the shot clock going. And E is going to take down another pot. Remember, chips, $5 are red, $25 are green, $100 denomination are the black chips. Purple chips are 500, and you see a few yellow chips out there. There are 1,000.
So you're saying you played last night, yesterday, and today, huh? Putting in back-to-back sessions?
Yeah, I played yesterday and today. Went to the cage, and instead of going to the cage to say hi to the girls, I actually went to the cage and cashed out. 700 yesterday, winner. 700 today, winner. Winner, chicken dinner.
Wow. What are these players? What are these players doing at the Lodge letting you win money at the table? Who are you playing with?
I played brilliantly today. Flawless. Didn't make one mistake.
I'm going to send you a coaching bill
to
your residence, and I want to be paid in full.
Deuce 7
by next show.
Philip with his pocket fours in the lead.
I won a massive pot today with pocket fours. Flop was 8-8 king, turn was a 4, and I got paid by aces for thousands.
Dave Souza says, hello, ladies, from Saving Silverman would be another great soundbite. We got to be careful with using certain movie clips and music. We're learning. We'll be a little careful there.
The parlay is dead, Ricky, but we won $200.
Oh.
So instead of adding another 0, I hedged it a little bit, so we're positive 200.
All right.
Baloney, though. Baloney.
It's fun when you get 3 to the parlay and looking for that 4th.
Not a big sports bettor.
Especially hockey. What the hell?
I bet a lot. I only bet hockey and tennis. Hockey and tennis only. I bet what I know on. I usually bet on my own team to win or lose. Betting on your own team, if you're a diehard, it's a win-win scenario. If you win money.
Right.
You bet on them to lose, you still win money. You bet on them to lose and they win, you're happy. It's a win-win.
I hear you. Pete Rose said the same thing. They won't let him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, good thing I'm not a player on the team.
Jack of diamonds.
There's a difference there, Rick.
Top pair for Joe. Quick call from Anderson. Actually from Poker Travel.
Yeah, Anderson's not in the hand, so wake up, Rick.
They're so close together. I never know what they're doing.
They're playing poker,
Joe.
and one's in the hand and one's not.
Joe with 100.
Rick, how we feeling about the joke tonight? You bringing the heat? You haven't spoke about it yet, so.
I like it. It's coming in the second hour.
I'm feeling like it's going to be a 2.
Thanks.
If you like it, 2 if you don't like it. You see, you haven't been pumping it up. You usually pump up your good ones.
Because I don't know.
It's going to be a dud.
This is one of those that I have a feeling people are going to really like it, and then some people are just going to, we've got our the negative guys in the chat who will give me a 2 regardless if they heard the world's greatest joke ever told, which I have told on this very show.
Don't do me a favor and don't tell that same joke again, because you made that mistake before on the stream as well.
You let me
You
get through
get
the
excited.
whole joke.
You get excited
before
on
you
your good
told me.
ones, and then like a week later, you tell the same one. We're gonna have to put you in a nursing home here if you do that again.
I'm getting people from all over the world and here at the lodge stopping me before I can get to my car. Rick, tell this joke. Tell this joke.
Yeah.
And they're telling me jokes
Tell
that
them
aren't
to call
funny.
tell them to call your agent. We don't need no writers. Although you might need a writer here soon if you run out of jokes.
No, I won't. Looks like we've got 3 players. 8-10 Jack, Rainbow. Pair of 10s for Anderson in the lead, but Phillips going to make the bet on the button. Quick call. 3 players still. 6 of clubs. So Anderson with his pair of 10s. There's a king. $193 in the
Big
chat.
Big Tony going after here on the river. Let's see if that gets through here. We're still multi-way. Now we're heads up with Anderson, and it does. So queen high, missing that gutter ball there, still taking it down. So good on Tony there, recognizing that everybody else was weak. I wasn't sure if that bet was going to be big enough to send everybody to the hills, but indeed it is. And Tony's going to stack him up high, taking it down queen high. 200 in the chat. Thank you all for joining us. Slick Rick and the Skull here on Saturday night as usual. Every Wednesday and Saturday night, come on to the channel, get on board, grab your favorite beverage, get cozy on the couch, watch at your friend's house.
Best kept secret in poker universe right here.
Ignore your spouse. Tell your friends, you know what, I can't go over to your house tonight because I'm watching the poker night at the lodge live stream. That's what you got to do. Do us a favor.
Death Wish says Rick tries to bring laughter to the world. Can't fault him for that.
He's trying too hard, Death. He's trying too hard. It's got to come natural.
I can't
try too hard.
I'm huge in the Netherlands. The people over there, I'm probably going to go on tour. I'm going to have to take a 2-week hiatus from.
Well, I'll find a replacement.
And big news coming down the pike. I'm signing a 1-year contract with the lodge to stay here and be part of this broadcast. Huge news coming down the pike.
Yeah, but if you have a bad joke 6 shows in a row, you're going to be fired at any moment.
That's not in the contract.
Well, I'm going to put it in there. You can't get comfortable. All right, Rick?
I'm never comfortable.
Got to keep bringing it every week, Wednesday and Saturday.
$40 is the raise from Tony with his 5-6. Tony's feeling it right now.
I thought that slam dunk contest was tonight. They're doing the All-Star game and everything tomorrow. Anybody know in the chat, NBA All-Star game? Slam dunk, 3-point contest. I know the slam dunk's actually at halftime, but I thought they were doing the 3-point contest.
Poker Traveler just hits trips on the flop with his deuce 4.
4 Dewey special, big blind special here. Let's see a 3 on the turn to really spice things up one time. Tony, 2 pair, 5s and 4s. Gutter ball for Reckless Ron. He's going to lead out. He's going to call the bet of 100. So we got a bet, a call by Ron, a call by Jeff with the overpair here. Traveler with the best hand of it all also makes the call. Let's see what he elects to do here. Folds. But still, multi-way here to a turn, 4-way. Let's see what it brings.
There's a 6. Now Reckless has a piece of this.
Interesting.
He's drawn dead.
Interesting.
Big Tony with a 6.
Now Jeff with the open ender with the straight and overpair to the board as well. Tony's still betting. Might feel confident in his 2 pair now, 6s and 5s, not 6s and 4s. And if you're Ron, you now think top pair as well. And you have a gutter ball to the straight, but almost all 7s are already dead. So as you see, Reckless Ron with 0% equity from the other hands that have been folded. But he's still not going anywhere, makes the call, looks like the 250 here. And if you are Jeff, this is a decent spot here. You got to think, what is everybody holding? And he doesn't look to be going anywhere.
Wow. Jeff with his overpair. And Poker Traveler's just loving life right now. Ooh, he brings out the yellow chip. Yo 11.
Yeah, keep it in your pants, Rick. Calm down.
11 Hunsky.
A little sunflower on this nice little sunny day here in Round Rock, where the lodge is located 15 minutes north of Austin. Charging at these draws here, raises to 1.1, and Big Tony quickly calls.
Wow.
If you are Jeff,
Wow.
you are like, what have I gotten myself into here? These players have 7-8.
Lots of action.
Somebody actually really have a 4 here. Am I up against 5s, pocket 6s? Plenty of hands here that are beating you here. Large raise by the Traveler and a call by Tony.
I love that yellow chip. A ray of sunshine, as Skull Mike just said.
Tony here. What's the clock at? You might need to use a.
Well, no, that's not Tony. That's
Yeah,
Jeff.
no, I know that was Jeff, but I thought he needed to use a time extension. He does. So
Yeah.
as we see Kevin taking a time extension chip from him, and we're going to go heads up, 6 or 5 maybe? No.
Oh.
So the Traveler has his hand locked up. Tony's still leading. Looks like Tony's still leading. Is he still leading, or did he no? No, it was checked over by Travelers. Goes check, check.
Traveler with his deuce 4 is going to take the largest part of the night, I believe. 30, maybe not, 3,300 as
We still had E1 a big one.
Yeah, he
later on,
did.
Too.
Nick from Yuma, welcome. The mayor of the chat finally makes it in. You're a little late
Nick from
to the
Yuma,
party.
yeah. Would you have a date tonight, Nick, or something? My goodness.
He had to finish his other stream. He's on like 17 streams. He's got a busy schedule, that guy.
Apparently.
Yeah, we're doing the shot clock tonight and tonight only. We're going to see how it works for the live stream. I don't think we're going to have it on Ladies Night on Wednesday. But if it works and people like it, it adds a little dimension. No tanking allowed at this table.
Yeah, probably not going to happen on Wednesday for Ladies Night. It's going to be a little bit more relaxed. But we will be seeing the shot clock more in the future, yes, indeed.
Casino Progressive from New York says hello. And Stephen Reisman, the great one from the state of South Carolina, in the chat.
233, if you guys watching, do us a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel if you are new. Welcome. Every Wednesday and Saturday, you will find Slick Rick and the Skull live, broadcasting some live poker here from the great state of Texas.
Jack on the turn. Now we got a little straight draw. Poker Traveler. Poker Traveler and E. Doesn't get there. E's going to win this pot. He's going to make a little bet of just $10. And Poker Traveler gives him the 10 bucks into a $100 pot. Nakia says we won't need the time clock on Wednesday. Nakia, we're all excited. Big birthday girl is going to be in the house and playing a little poker with the other ladies. Mikey, we're going to have to, should we come in tuxedos? I mean, we've got to class it up a little bit on Wednesday night.
You definitely do not even own a tuxedo, Rick. You come in here in your PJs and your white tees with holes in them. Like, talking tuxedos? Please. Please. And if you do have a tuxedo, you definitely do not even fit into it. So you might need to go get that tailored. And it's a pandemic. We don't want you going out of your way to the, to the tailor. To just wear what you normally wear, please. And take a shower before you come here. Thanks.
Oh my God, this is what I have to deal with. Skull Mike and his idiosyncrasies. You'd think you'd be in a good mood after winning 4,500 at the tables.
Oh, it was sour.
Man,
A little sour mood.
you're the kind of guy who wins the lottery and says, yeah, but I have to pay taxes.
Yep, that's me. Still haven't won that lottery yet, though. Still fishing for that.
Nakia says, I'm coming with at least 2 bullets ready. I love it.
Uh-oh.
She's calling her shot.
It's your birthday. She can't lose on her birthday, right?
I love it. I'm excited about that game. That'll be Wednesday at 8. Look at the cumulative winnings there. E already up 3,900. You see Joe at the bottom losing 1,800. Everybody else kind of here, there.
Hanging around.
Yeah. The Queen of the Felt. Hey, guy, just want to say hi and ask how the boys are doing.
Yeah, the Queen of the Feld will be coming to Texas on St. Patty's Day for a special 5-5 Wednesday game. So the following Wednesday after Ladies' Night, the Queen's coming in from out of town for a special game. So you're going to want to be on the lookout for her as well. She's going to bring the heat and bring the fire and try to scalp everybody here at the table and go back to Florida a rich lady.
Here's the flop. 6 deuce deuce. Big Tony with a 6. He's got 2 pair. He loves that hand. 6-5. That's like the 3rd time he's had it.
That looks to be taking it down. Yep, so that's the end of that one. Tony on the good side of that hand. A small one, but still. Nice to win the small ones rather than lose the small ones. Every pot matters.
We're into our 2nd hour, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We started at 8. We'll go till about 11. Another 2 more hours. We're into the 2nd period. We play 3 periods here, just like hockey. And unless we go into overtime.
Maple Leafs screwed that. I hate the Toronto Maple Leafs. I hate them. They always screw you. Garbage franchise.
224 in the chat. Want to give a special shout out to our newest sponsor, Chip Leader Coaching. Look on the bottom scroll there. That's how you get in touch with those folks. If you're a tournament player or a cash player, interesting setup, Mike. Artificial intelligence you ask it questions and it'll help your game out. It's an interesting concept.
We have a Kings versus Aces alert, so I'm going to have to hit the pause button here on our new sponsor. I'm sure they'll understand.
425.
How is this pot even not bigger already?
It should take off now with that low flop. Aces versus King alert.
Our boy Tony is going into the warning zone here.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
600, and he's the snap call from Tony. So here we go to a turn. We've seen Kings crack aces before here.
Diamonds now for
Tony. He does
Tony
have
now.
diamonds, so a little bit more outs. A good turn there for Tony. This is going to be getting it in here. Goes check, check. We've gone check, check, and now the aces are holding up.
How is this pot not big?
Well, it's just going to get snapped off. Look, Tony knows. Tony quickly shaking his head. These two players have no experience with one another. They've only been playing for the hour.
Call.
A call, sees the bullets. Tony knew it. Shows the Kings. And Jeff, the new boy from Louisiana there, coolers Big Tony.
But I think Tony's actually almost happy. Look at that purple chip. It shows up so nice. Tony's like almost thankful. It could have been much, much worse.
Could have been worse. It could have been a full stack there, but still, nonetheless, 3.7K going to our new boy, Jeff. So here we go, Jeff. And he's going to stack them high.
Hawaii boys in the house. Hawaii boy, I had one of your rolls today on a little lobster roll that I made at home. Went to HEB, got a lobster.
Hawaiian roll, one of those nice, those soft buns.
Yeah, boiled it up, put a Hawaiian roll together, and had a lobster roll. Mikey, that's good eating. It's even healthy. A little lobster roll.
I went out to a restaurant last night with my lady, a little date night. She ordered the lobster roll. I had a couple bites of a lobster roll as well, so you're not the only one eating good in the neighborhood.
You were texting me all night last night.
You were
texting me.
You were texting me.
Oh my
God! You're one of those guys.
Hey Mikey, look at me! Look at my stack size. I won 700, Mikey. Where are you? You gotta get a pat on the back. I won 700.
That's not exactly the
Rick,
words.
I'm at dinner. I don't care. I'm at dinner. I don't care if you won $700.
You were texting me some different stuff that we won't even go into.
Oh, yeah, I did forget about that. That was some interesting stuff.
It was. Ace, Queen,
Did
6,
I surprise
rainbow.
you?
Yes. You shocked the nation.
I thought I would. Told you I got a lot of tricks and stories up my sleeves. The Skull knows all around the Lodge Poker community.
You do, and it's, some stuff I just am better off not knowing. Like Sergeant Schultz of Hogan's Heroes. I see nothing. I see nothing.
You wanted to know, and I had to tell you. Don't ask questions if you don't want to know the answers. That's what we got a masseuse now at the table behind for the Big O game. Still only 2 players there. Look how bored those 2 guys look like. Let's get some more players. Where are those Big O players?
233 in the chat. The fastest growing chat in the nation. Fastest growing poker live stream. We're just growing by leaps and bounds. Sponsors left and right. Now up to 2, almost up to 3. We'll have big news later.
Yeah, shout out to America's Card Room as always, our title sponsor from the get-go. Very happy to bring on our new sponsor, CLCpoker.com.
Yeah, Nick from you, you're about right. Rick gets excited about winning 700. Mike gets mad because he won 400, 4,500. That's a good observation.
Gotta stay hungry
but
always, folks.
It's all relative, you know.
Get satisfied.
I could play at Mike's tables. I'm not going to brag here. I could easily take some money out of the.
There was a seat open and you passed.
I could play there. I choose not to.
I'll believe it when I see it, Rick. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut and stay in your lane.
9-8-5-4.
Straight city here for Reckless Ron. No, doesn't matter how the straight matter.
Reckless
Just top
needs
pair.
a 6.
Yeah, and the gutter ball. So, oof, thought it was coming. Not coming. 2
Now
pair.
Phil.
So Phil gets there again with 2 pair. Firing out, what's that, 1,000? I thought that was a yellow chip for a second, just a green chip. I'm like, did he just bet 1,000 into 200? Not the case.
No.
Got a little excited.
I think Poker Traveler's the only one with yellow on the table right now. Yellow is 1,000. Purple are 500.
Jake Stein, don't worry about it. Our boy Slick Rick is good for a couple things. Not only than terrible jokes, he's been good on the phones.
I call my buddy Chance Corneth. He answers my phone call. Chance Corneth, Alex Foxen, and they said, sure, Rick, whatever you need, we want to be part of the great poker night at the Lodge. I'm telling you, people, this is the hottest show right now. People are calling me saying, how can we get involved? We don't want to be just a commercial, but we're going to take key sponsors for sure. And Chip Leader Coaching with Chance Corneth and Alex Foxen and Joe McKeon, that's a major league get, Mikey.
Yeah, absolutely. I was very excited when I saw that come across my phone yesterday. That was good work by you, Ricky. So I know I give you a lot of grief.
I mean, I got Johnny Chan on my speed dial. Come on now. I'm not trying to name drop here, but
Johnny was trying to milk us for.
Yeah, Johnny.
There's no milking allowed there, Johnny.
We're not giving.
Sorry, John.
We're not going to give you 20 grand to come to the Lodge.
No, not today, buddy.
King 3-7.
If you do come to the Lodge, you know you're going to be bluffed by yours truly. So we'll welcome you. It's going to have to be free of charge, buddy.
Looks like we've got King 7-3 Rainbow. Looks like there's 3 players, Dan. 4 of spades on the turn.
Gary might need to change his boxers if the Queen of Felt keeps responding to his messages here. Might be worried about our boy Gary at home. Kid gets excited, you know what I mean? So, top pair, Jeff, our boy Jeff, new to the stream. That's what happens, beginner's luck at the stream.
Jeff is going to move to Austin.
A lot of players that come are new to the stream that just run hot. And Jeff taking down another one, and he's had the goods each and every time here. So, you know, some of the other players, nobody looks too concerned or paying much attention here, but they know this guy really hasn't shown any bluffs when he puts chips into the pot.
7 cash game tables going on right now at the Lodge, plus a tournament, plus this game. It's crazy. People love the Lodge. The largest poker room in the Austin area. Some great dealers, some great supervisors, and it's just a fun place to be. Looks like a raise from Joe in seat 9, raised it up to 55. Philip will fold, as does Reckless Ron. Jeff Anderson with his deuces will come along.
Do some duck hunting here. Joe has been felted once already over there in seat 9, looking to rebound, and he binks a jack here to outflop Anderson. 125 in the middle. And Joe's going to take it down with the bet. Anderson folds his deuces, and that will do it for that one. No massages yet. Very observant there, Vincenzo. We do have a couple masseuses in the house. You see there's a massage going on there on the empty Big O table. Our girl Lexi taking care of Don. $1.50 a minute. That game's going to fill up here shortly. Those Big O players are maniacs. That game might go on until next Wednesday. So when we have ladies' night at the stream, keep in mind that you might see the exact same 9 players playing on that table on Wednesday because the game has gone 3 straight days. That's how long those guys play for. Maniacs.
You don't like Big O. See, I grew up on Big O, Big Mitt.
Yeah, now you're going to say the 6 other names that it's called, right? Congress. Yes. In Oklahoma, they call it Congress.
Yes, yes. You know what I'm going to say. Yeah. That's the definition of a good partner in radio or in television. You can anticipate what I'm going to say before I say it.
Or the definition of old. Alzheimer's.
Anderson will come along and make it
one or the other.
160, it looks like.
I'm not a big fan of Big O. It's all right. So a lot of people are. That's cool. And there's plenty of people here at this club that love Big O. So there's plenty of tables that go on a regular basis. So if Big O is what you fancy, come on down to the lodge. Exit 251 off I-35 in Round Rock. And there's a game for you. If you like PLO, we spread plenty of PLO. Plenty of 1-2 tables, 1-3 tables. There's a 2-5 going on tonight, a 5-5. So Saturday night at the lodge, plenty of action for everyone and anyone.
Anderson wins. Hey, Will Perry says he was at the races today and hit an 87-1 shot with the win.
Oh, let's go, Will. Ship it, baby. I hope you put on at least a couple, $5 plus on that one, minimum. I'm not buying shit for anyone, Steve.
Yeah.
It's all mine.
We're going to get some merch here in the next couple weeks, and we'll have a way for you to purchase it if you want it. Be the coolest kid on your block with a lodge, poker night at the lodge gear. We'll have a hat. We'll probably have a hoodie, a T-shirt, maybe even a coffee mug. We'll have it. You can buy it. Poker version of Mike and the Mad Dog.
You know Mike and the Mad Dog?
Yeah, that's
back
the radio show.
You would say that as a Bostonite. Not giving any love
I
to
wasn't too
Mike
big of a
Francesa,
fan.
Chris Russo.
Chris Russo, I mean, they had a good thing going.
Queen alert here, outflop by the Queens. No 4. The Queen's still in the lead, but can't love that flop as it goes check, check, check all the way to the turn. And an even grosser turn card, the Ace of Clubs. Queen's still in the lead, but an action killer as we've gone check, check, check to the river. But hello.
Ladies.
Hello here, but still you're not going to get called by anybody here. So Traveler's going to put out a little bet, 200. Everybody's going to run, and we're going to go on to the next hand. There you go.
Gary, if you want to make up that T-shirt, go for it. We ain't wasting the money on that one. Oh, look at the Big O table now. It's 4. Every 10 minutes they add a player.
How about people show up on time? Right? Pisses me off. I'm pissed off tonight, Rick. The game starts at 9. Show up at 9. The game starts off 8:30. We're going to be dicking around for a half hour here. We got shorthanded 4 players, 3 players, 1 player's on the phone. If you're going to start a game, show up.
Show up.
Show up.
And bring it.
Big slick for our boy Phil. Woodstock's finest, as our chat likes to call him.
Raised to 130.
Mike Jungbook's in the chat. Welcome, Mikey.
Look at Anderson getting spicy here with his queen 9. 3-betting the 130. Philip not electing to juice it up any further. Just calls with the big slick. Everybody whiffs. Phil likely to check over to Anderson. If Anderson's looking to make a play here, you know he's going to be C. No, he's not. So no C-bet. Just checks it here.
Deuce of hearts.
Interesting. Definitely thought a C-bet was coming from Anderson there. Like, why else would you 3-bet that late position there? You have a range advantage after, especially after Phil checks. Now you weren't re-raised there pre.
Man,
Wow,
300
so
just went right into
that got in rather quick there. That was a check raise, 400. So now Phil checks it over. Anderson, neither player with anything. Ace high good here.
Uh-oh.
And this line, look at Phil. Phil looks perplexed. You can see his facial expression. A little confused how this hand is played out. Like, what do you have here after you check the flop? He checks the flop. Look at Phil staring him down. Anderson not looking at anything. Let's see if our boy Phil, C3, can make a little hero call one time.
Joe S says Skull Mike equals Tilt Chamberlain. I love it.
Let's see. Oh, look at our boy Phil.
Look
Makes
at
the
that call.
Let's go, Phil.
That is world class.
Let's go, Phil. Ace high like a boss. That queen nine. Send that queen nine in the trash.
Look at that call
Look
from Woodstock.
Woodstock, Phil.
Oh my goodness! What a call!
This guy hasn't wore a T-shirt with sleeves since 1969. Makes the call. Ace high like a boss. 800. Who cares? Ship all the chips to C3. Well played there, sir. But of course Anderson too. The guy has heart. Trying to go for it there, but I think if he wanted to tell that story there, he had to C-bet that flop. So I didn't like the check back on the flop, and Phil was able to sniff that out. Well played there, sir.
Sorry about the mispronunciation, Mike. Hey, joke of the night warning. After this hand, in between hands, joke of the night, folks. Turn the audio down if you are easily offended. I don't want to hear anything that people are offended by this joke tonight, so turn it down if you don't want to hear it in between this hand. Remember, 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. It's tonight's joke of the night.
Easy there, Tony. Tony the Tiger somehow has jumped into Slick Rick's skin. I feel like I need like a cereal box. Cereal sounds nice tonight. Maybe go home a little.
I have oatmeal and butterscotch cookies here my wife made.
Those are cookies.
Oh.
I'm talking about cereal, Rick. If I said it.
Flush draw for
God.
E.
There's a difference between cookies and cereal. I
Open-ended-
want some cereal.
Open-ended straight
Fruit
draw
Loops,
for Tony.
Lucky Charms. When's the last time you had a bowl of Fruit Loops or Lucky Charms?
Long time.
You're missing out.
Long time.
Check, check. What a call there by 2 hands ago by our boy Phil. Ace
Phil.
high. Sniffs it out. Doesn't even burn a time bank. Says no.
All right. Turn your audio down if you're easily offended. Here is tonight's joke of the night. All right. A young couple in South Austin really having trouble. Both lost their jobs, and they're at the kitchen table eating dinner, and the wife says, honey, I know it's a little weird, but I think to help the family finances, I'm going to be a hooker to bring in money to the family. He says, well, I don't like the idea, but we really need the money. Go and try it tonight. She goes out, puts her best outfit on, and goes out. She's a hooker for the evening. Next morning at breakfast, she comes in. She puts $90.25 on the table and says, look what I made last night. He said, well, that's really fantastic, honey, but who gave you the quarter? And she goes, everybody. And that's the joke of the night. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't. And we've got kings for Poker Traveler. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't.
All right, that's not bad.
I thought it was actually pretty darn good.
It's not bad. It's kind of sad. I mean, that she must have been working real hard that night.
Spade alert
I don't know if
for
there's
Chris.
I don't know if there's enough time in the night there to get back, in time to the house after all that shenanigans.
So 4 outs only for Chris.
4 outs, and that hooker might have needed 4 holes.
Couple ones, a 2 from Daniel Wood. Jedi Master Ted, of course, gives me a 2.
Chris still going to be chasing his flush draw here. Calls the 175 Traveler here with the Kennedy brothers.
Nakia gives me 1s. Oh, Steven Reisman gives me a 1. Oh, my goodness.
It's 1s all around there pretty much, Ricky. A couple 2s. Jedi and Rick have been going at it all night tonight, so I understand the 2 from Jedi. These guys might need to drop the gloves and get into the ring tonight.
Ones. Bill gives me a 1.5. The sadness made it hilarious. Thank you, Nakia. I try to bring it strong.
Poker Traveler taking it down with the kings. Chris misses it. 9 high, no good, and the Traveler stacks him high. Nice to see the Traveler rebound a little bit. Last time we had this game a month ago, he got a little wrecked. Came out on the sour end of a couple coolers and then kind of went on tilt. But he seems to have his mind right tonight. And we're going to have this game every first Saturday of every month for the next 5 months. So Ian said he will be here at least once a month, maybe more in the future. Oh, we got another player at the Big O table, your boy Solomon.
Yeah.
Your boy Solomon sits down. So every 15 minutes, a new player comes to the table, that Big O table. Maybe the Reisman over-under of the night will be at what time?
Does that get started?
From right, yeah. What time is that table full? So my goodness.
I'm gonna pop open a beverage.
It's not Dom P.
A little beverage.
Whoa. It's Dr. Pepper there. He almost squirted it everywhere. We almost had a squirter in the booth.
A squirter. 685. 2 spades. Pair of 6s for Philip.
Take a sip, Fred. Take a sip. King of clubs on the turn. Phil fires, believes in his 6, and he folds his jack high.
Like 90 minutes later, and they get to the point where he's gonna do like the sexy, like remove the garter or whatever. So she goes out on the
Comedy Master Ted.
playing some hilarious music.
So I got a lot of 1s tonight. I was worried about
I
that.
was a little surprised, Brady.
I-
More 1s than expected.
Yeah, I was a little worried driving over.
I gave a smile.
I
gave a smile.
In my limo. You know,
Limo.
well, you know, they send it, you know, now that I have signed a contract,
Quality.
I included a limo ride
Money.
to and from my house.
I'm still coming over here on my bicycle. I might need to make a phone call.
Well, I was in the limo. I was running the joke by. You know, I practiced it before I come, and I was worried about it tonight. But you know what?
You practiced it in the mirror. Oh, aces alert. So Jeff W. one more time. How hot is this guy right now? First time on the stream, first time at the lodge. This is what happens when you're a new member at the lodge. You run like God. So if you're watching this for the first time, you're saying, I think I could play in this game. Shoot me an email at the bottom of the screen, skullmikepoker@gmail.com. Come play this game on Saturday night and run like Jeff. That's the recipe. You got to contact me first. I'll get you in. And then you just get aces and everybody else whiffs. They flop top pair like Reckless Ron does, and they're about to get in serious trouble.
Bucking a squirt from Jeff. Reckless Ron calls, as does Joe.
Let's see what the turn brings. Will we have a cooler?
Oh, a straight for Joe.
Wow, so just
Aces cracked.
Just as I pump Jeff up here. But Jeff seems like a pretty solid player there. Checks it, no longer believes in his aces. A pretty brutal turn as Joe, way behind, getting there on the turn. Now in the lead with a stranglehold on this hand. Reckless Ron drawing dead. Drawing dead and reaching. Look at him reaching, reaching and rubbing. Makes the call.
That's $500
so
that'll never come back.
Yeah, he raised. So it was only $250. So a little bit of a min click there by Ron. And if you are Jeff with aces here, you are like, my goodness, what a terrible turn. Mikey, keep your mouth shut, please. Do not jinx me. I was running so hot. You pump me up, and then I just get crushed on the turn. And Jeff realizes that, and I'm sorry, Jeff. He lays it down. Heads up to a river, Joe and Reckless Ron. Let's see how Reckless Ron will be on this river, Rick. Oh, my goodness. Imagine if Jeff stayed in and saw that ace on the river. Would have been even sicker.
That's a 4-line.
Hey, he still would have lost, but my goodness.
Joe is going to get the double up and more. As he took it on the chin earlier against E, he gets all of it back on this hand in one of the biggest pots of the night.
Gary C has his announcers mixed up, all right, Gary? Gary, I'm Reisman. I'm not the one telling terrible jokes on a weekly basis here, so you need to get it right and attack Slick Rick. Slick Rick is the man on stage. I'm the man behind the scenes. So I don't need any joke advice from you, Gary C, because I'm not the one telling jokes.
And you know, look, When you have the major contract, Gary C., you can tell me how to tell jokes. No, I'll take that into consideration to lower the dollar amount. I understand, but that's what kind of makes it funny. $90.25 on the table. Come on now. That's what the joke kind of makes it funny, to have a large dollar amount. But anyways.
Oh, phone is dying. I need to get my battery out. My handy dandy.
You finally brought a battery for the first time. You usually are out. I don't know why your battery doesn't last.
I bring a battery every time, Rick. Another one of your blenders.
I just don't know why your battery. We have the same phone. Are you at iPhone 11?
I don't know the number. It's mind your own business again.
I mean, your battery dies.
I'm taking calls hours before the stream, and my phone is blowing up. Mikey, is there a seat open? Can I get in the game? I'm busy, man. I'm working. You're busy looking up shitty jokes, and I'm fielding calls for this game, Rick. That's the difference between you and I.
Ian Morris loves it. Says Slick Rick has solid jokes. Keep them coming. Ian, I'm going to bring it strong. I give you my commitment. I will bring it strong each and every night. 3-bet to 60. Chris.
265 in the chat, guys. If you're new, Slick Rick and I are here every Wednesday and Saturday. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We're trying to get up to 2K in no time.
Yeah, 264. What are we up to in subscribers? I thought last I checked it was close to 1,400.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But the way we get more subscribers is new viewers, so do us a favor, hit that like button. Hopefully we can get this stream north of 300 by the end of the night. We're about halfway home now.
Looks like 95 is the bet from Chris with his queen. Kings. How many times have we seen pocket kings tonight, Mikey?
Plenty of times, but they're always attracting those bullets, like we say on the stream.
Yeah.
The Kennedy brothers weren't around for long. They're getting shot down again here one more time.
Nakia, I will bring a special joke for ladies' night. I tell you what, though.
An uncensored joke.
Wi-
Wow, she even wants it nastier
Women-
and dirtier than usual.
Women like dirty jokes more than men like dirty jokes. I'm telling you. You get women together, and they'll say some of the stuff that will make your face get
When's
red.
the last time you got women together, Rick?
I'm just saying. I've read and I've seen movies.
In your dreams, buddy. Sherman Clean, sponsor of the night. We can put in the call for Sherman.
Dare me to get Charmin to be the sponsor. I'm on fire with my sponsorship abilities. I place a call and people listen.
Big slick alert here for Joe. Seat 9 reaching for chips. Fires in a raise to 45. Chris quickly calling in the hijack with 8-5 diamonds. It's suited, but it's also suited with a king jack here. Let's see if Phil, nope, just makes the call. Ron also coming along here, and Jeff with 8s.
45 is the bet. There we go.
So everyone just kind of treading softly. Anderson getting a good price here in the big blind. So we're going to go 6-way to a flop. I'm sorry, 7-way to a flop. No, 6-way to a flop at $45. So we're going 45 times 6. Kevin's going to bring out 3 cards. And let's see a case 8 one time.
King 10-3.
Top 2 for Reckless Ron. Also top pair for Joe, who started off this action. So Joe's likely to c-bet here, and he does. 115 or 110, and Ron with 2 pair on a rainbow board here. Let's see how Ron plays this, as also Phil comes along with his top pair and backdoor diamonds. Let's see, our boy Ron quickly little raise here by Ronnie.
Ron's got game.
Ron has
2 pair.
Ron has 2 pair on a rainbow board, so he's feeling pretty confident, not electing to slow play this in a multi-way pot. Juices it up to 400, and if you are Joe, you're like, my God, am I running into it one more time again tonight? Like, what does this guy have?
Joe just got those chips.
Joe's saying, oh, how much you have behind? Joe's asking us some question. Ron doesn't even know he's talking to him. Ron's probably at least 4 Bud Lights deep.
There's the shot clock, already at 19.
Thinking about the barrage. How am I going to stack this fool here? This is what Ron's thinking here. And Joe's like, I got top pair. How am I going to stack this fool over here?
Oh, yeah. D-call.
Calls right at the buzzer. Each player has 30 seconds to act here.
And what is Phil?
Phil has to be a little bit confused here as well. He might have to peel off one more and see what the turn brings and see what type of action the turn brings. But Ron doesn't have that much more behind.
Wow, good laydown from Woodstock.
Yep, you know, if once Ron builds up this pot, he's likely to shove on the turn. So you're really playing for it all there if you're Phil.
This is.
It's just a 3 of
I
diamonds.
know,
there,
but he's going to think it's good now.
Who? Joe?
Yes.
Not necessarily. You're still losing the pocket 10s. You're still losing the king 3. It's unlikely that he has kings, obviously, when you're holding a king yourself. But
I
Ron,
just think he thinks the ace now may be good, though.
it would have been pretty interesting there if Phil was still in the hand, picking up more equity with another diamond here. But Phil is no longer in the hand. We're heads up. A quick call there. So we have another $1,000 in the pot. We're going to take a river.
All right. Reckless Ron's going to win this pot as long as he stays in.
And you know he's staying in here. Only 500, so a snap call by Ron. So 5 more hundred to Ron. 2 paired good. Kings and 10s beats kings and 3s.
And those two have just trading chips back and forth.
Yeah, tough one there for Joe. Joe's been on the short end of the stick tonight. Ron, recouping some of his losses, wins a nice one there.
Bill Weber says he tells his mom the jokes I tell, and she laughs at them. I love your mom, Bill Weber. She's a quality person who has great taste in comedy.
Straddle and a double straddle. 20 to go.
Yeah, Wednesday night, ladies' night. It's going to be fun. Starts at 8. We're going to have a lot of fun that night. Looks like, is this a triple straddle?
Looks to be quadruple.
Quadruple straddle.
I know you probably can't,
80.
probably can't count that high. I don't know who taught you to count there at UT.
Hey.
University of Texas there. You can't differentiate a triple straddle from a quadruple straddle. So there you go, Rick. Snoozing at the wheel one more time, kind of like Tiger Woods. Too soon?
It's a little too soon.
What's going on with Tiger Woods? He definitely was, I don't know.
It's funny. University of Arizona, that was my backup school if I couldn't get into UT. Just like it is everybody's backup school in the history of the
Look how you
country.
turned out. Look how you turned out. You're no Albert Einstein there, Ricky. My God.
Hey, it's okay. I mean, you know, when you can't get into school, you go to U of A. It's okay, Mikey. I love U of A. It seems like a lot of fun. Not much learning going on down there, but
plenty
it
of
seems
learning.
like it's fun.
Plenty of learning. I'm laser sharp. Laser reads Rick.
Steven Reisman's tonight's joke with a chart buster.
Trips alert here. Flopping trips. Poker Traveler, Queen 9 of diamonds, and E also has the queen. So everybody flopping queens here, and they're trapping each other. Check, check. Look at this one here, Rick. Wake up, Rick. Take your eyes off your phone. We have a hand brewing.
All right.
My God. Dude.
Trip queens, Poker Traveler.
We almost lost Rick.
E with trips.
Just call, so.
Oh, the boat for E.
Yeah, but he was ahead the whole way. Said he's still reaching for chips here, and if you are E, you cannot just flat call this. He will be raising it, and
there will be blood.
These guys are buddies, so it's always a little bit rough taking money off of your buddy. But you have the monster boat here. Queen's full of kings.
Wow.
I imagine Seti here is just going to, I think he's going to call this bet.
$1,600
Could possibly be busted hearts, but it's tough, you know, repping busted hearts on a paired board. Look at the Traveler. It's disgusted there, scratching his head. Uses a time extension here. Gross feeling. You might need the barf bag at table 11 under the lights here. I mean, Queen 9 here, still very strong. You are losing to a number of hands, but he makes the call, and he's going to pay that man. So E running pretty hot.
Pay that man his money.
E and Jeff running very hot here tonight.
Sorry, Matt Barnett. I'm just joking with Mikey. You know I'm just kidding about University of Arizona. Come on now. I know it's good school. There you go.
Teddy, I don't know where. I think Teddy went to University of Arizona as well. Teddy KGB.
Matt Barnett said his wife went there. So
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, if you show up in Tucson, Rick, you're probably gonna be in some trouble.
did you know that Arizona State is the largest university in the country right now?
I don't care.
Arizona State.
I'm also having my YouTube app on my phone reinstalling at the moment for a fresh download.
297 in the
Look at
live chat.
He's up 6.2 tonight.
Jakey Stein calling a shot, saying there's going to be 1,000 viewers on Wednesday night for the ladies' night. We're going to be
God, I hope
streaming starting at 8.
I hope so. Oh my God, Aces Kings alert one more
Oh
time.
my
this
God.
This is the second time tonight. Aces versus Kings and Queens. Holy smokes! Holy smokes! This is our first time we've had Aces, Kings, and Queens alert. Oh my God! Here we go. Buckle up. I got to get my warning sign out here. Hold on. Hold please, Rick.
Warning. Self-destruct sequence activated.
This is trouble. Buckle up, folks. I'm gonna get my fireworks.
Woodstock Phil,
I'm gonna,
all in from Chris with his Kings.
got my fireworks out. It's the 4th of July.
All
of a
in
sudden.
from Woodstock Phil.
Oh my God! All in City, USA.
And a quick fold
Good.
from E.
Good on E. Good on E. But we've gotten it in here. Only Chris with 1.6 behind. So they get it in quick. They don't waste any time. No time extensions needed here. But my God, E's like, I folded Queens. Let's see what the flop brings.
There's
Ace
the
on
ace.
flop. So that's pretty much locked up here. We do have running clubs. Really, and only running clubs for Chris.
Ooh, there's one of them.
Whoa.
4
Look,
outs.
he's still hanging out. He's still hanging around. Oh, does not get there. So the aces.
And
Phil.
And E gets away from it with his pocket queens. Wow. Aces versus kings versus queens.
Wow.
Head-on collision.
Cooler City, USA, here live at the Lodge, table 11, under the lights tonight. Aces, Kings, Queens, good on E. E locked in tonight. Again, took a beating on the pregame, but on the main game, under the lights, up 6K, gets away from the Queens, snap fold. Aces and Kings behind, and the Aces hold up by Phil. So Phil, everybody at this table here pretty sharp tonight. Not that many mistakes, and a lot of big hands here. So pretty good game tonight here, Ricky, Saturday night here. The first Saturday of March.
As Alex just walked by, he got touched up on Wednesday night, Mikey,
He did.
on our live stream. Big Daddy D, a.k.a. Alex.
That's right. He's trying to make a couple plays, was rushing a little bit. We got a couple more players at the Big O table. 300 plus in the chat. Everybody hit that like button. We only have about 50 likes and 300 viewers right now. We need that help. Click that thumbs up button for us, please. Step on it, smash it, smack it, whatever you got to do. That's how we reach new viewers. Big Tony with 10s. Poker Traveler with 8s, and Reckless Ron with a 10-8 off. So we see unlikely here that we're going to flop sets on this flop, but let's take a peek.
There's a call from Poker Traveler with his 8s, 10s versus 8s. Ace, queen, deuce. That'll slow some action down. 2 hearts.
It's Canadian rednecks, and it's amazing. It's really one of the funniest shows.
Queen of spades.
Like real. The dialogue's really incredible. Yeah. You should probably have the subtitles on.
Yeah.
To be honest.
They speak in that Canadian.
Yeah, let's keep the jokes just to me, folks.
And they
Leave it to the professional, please.
familiar with, so that's true. They do have some basics.
We'll go on to the next hand. That was an exciting hand, Mikey. Aces versus kings versus queens. And aces held up.
Yeah, as they should, right? Justice one time.
And the Big O game is getting started right behind.
Yeah, Big O game is full finally. I don't know what those other people were doing showing up late. You better talk to your boy Solomon to give him a little lip service.
Cobbler Dog?
Cobbler Dog. Cobbler Dog shows up on time.
I think he was here. He wasn't the one.
I got no patience for people that show up late. Show up late. You say you're going to come play in the big game. You know show. It's going to be your last show. That's how it is here on Poker Night at the Lodge.
Yeah, you don't, you get one shot.
I got no time for bullshit.
8-8 king. We got 2 pair for Big Tony. He's going to make the bet, 50. And he's going to win the pot. On to the next one.
Chip Leader AI. Really happy to have them on board. CLCpoker.com. Coaching from some of the best players in the world. Our newest sponsor.
Yep.
Also our title sponsor, America's Card Room. If you play online, that should be your platform. And if you're trying to play live here at the Lodge, you see my email at the bottom of the screen, skullmikepoker@gmail.com. Give me a shout. New players get priority. So if you've never been on the show, if you're coming from out of town, if you think you can mix it up with these players, reach out to me. We'll get you in here. And Poker Traveler now wakes up with Queens. So lots of premiums tonight here, Ricky. Lots of premiums.
Yeah, there are a lot of poker shows out there. And we've got some sponsors who say we want to be with you guys because you guys are bringing it strong. And the growth is, the potential is there. So we're loving them. Ladies for Poker Traveler, 9
Ladies
jack,
holding up here.
deuce.
Good flop there for ladies. No 8, no ace or 10 here.
Mikey Luke says that's a pretty good point. If they play for 48 hours straight, who cares if they start 30 minutes? Actually, you said 72 hours straight.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't think about it that way. That's fair.
8 on the turn, and Big Tony with the Seti Magetti.
Wow, outflopping the queens here.
8er from Decatur.
You know, it's a tough turn there because, you know, you're blocking queen 10 here. You're blocking the nut straight. So that might be a little bit suspicious. Good on the Traveler not raising that up here. Now the spades get there, so that might slow a little bit of the action down, but Tony's still reaching. Snapped off. It's already been called. Before even Tony can look up, it's already been snap called.
Big Tony with another big win there. And
Seti's starting to spiral a little bit here. He lost that big hand E, the king-queen boat of E, to the trips of the Traveler go down. Now the queens of the Traveler go down. And he's starting to think, like, can I win on this stream? What is going on here? Cooler City, Round Rock, USA. And the Traveler shaking his head a little bit, starting to wonder what is going on here as he sees his opponents at the table stack his chips.
Kenny asks, are y'all going to go mask-free once the mandate lifts? Jury's still out on that, I believe. What is it, Mikey?
I believe that we will still have masks on for at least 30 to 60 days post-mandate once it ends. So
I like that.
We can't have our dealers, you know, not everybody is fully vaccinated yet, so it is to my understanding that we will still have masks on for a period of time post-mandate.
Lots of businesses in Texas have already made that call, specifically poker, with everybody in proximity to each other and touching chips and cards, and just, why not? It doesn't hurt anything. King, deuce.
Steve Reisman asks, what's Big O? It's just another variation of poker with 5 cards. 5 cards, still 5 community, and they play a high end and a low end there, Steve. So,
and we did get the word from the management here at the Lodge. Yes, mask will remain on here at the Lodge. I love it. I love that call from them. It's not that big of a deal. We've made it this long. Let's just go a few more months till we get more people who are vaccinated, and you know, it's not that big of a deal, Mikey.
Speaking of vaccinations, I scheduled mine for next week, Rick.
Good for you. I've got the double shot power already.
Yes, I will be coming up shortly with the same.
Good for you. I'm glad you did it, and everybody should.
He up 6K here. Big Tony down 2K. Anderson 1.6. Joe down 1.5. Oh, Traveler only down 1.4. I thought he was down more. And it looks like we have Jay-Win, our boy Jay-Win, kind of filling up the seat, cleaning up the blood splatter from C2 of Chris. So Chris, RIP to Chris. Thank you for joining us, sir. A good man, a good poker player. Came up on the short end tonight, and now new blood Jay-Win in seat 2. coming into play for the final hour 15 of the stream.
He was just right at the ropes, ready to jump over.
I mean, this is a hot game, Rick. When somebody loses all their chips, there's not somebody far behind here looking to test their own luck. Jaywin is that man today, our first alternate, taking a seat in seat 2.
Queen 9-4. Straight draw for Reckless, as does Jeff. There's another queen.
75.
Oh man, somebody just mentioned one of my all-time favorite bands, ZZ Top.
Jake Stein scaring all the viewers in the chat, talking about my trip to Croatia. When I came back from Croatia, I got ill. So don't be worried, Gary, or anybody else, and there is no such thing as a Croatian COVID strain. But when I came back from COVID about 16 months ago, I was ill with all the COVID symptoms before COVID was a thing, really. And I never had COVID, since. And I'm not fully sure if I had COVID then, but I'm pretty certain that I did at that time, right before it blew up.
Rube, yes, we are playing cash. This is 5-5 uncapped. Most of these players have at least 3,000 in front of them.
Ruble, you better be subscribed to our channel as well. We stream every Wednesday and Saturday, buddy. Every Wednesday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, we have live cash. Occasionally, we will stream a tournament, one of our larger tournaments. We are located in Round Rock, Texas, exit 251 off I-35. The best action in town right here at the Lodge. Under the lights, Table 11, Saturday Night Poker.
Under the lights. And, Chi-Town Cat, I haven't seen him tonight, but somewhere out there in the Austin, Texas metropolitan area, someone is drinking a White Claw, and it's probably
let's pray
Chi-Town
for
Cat.
Let's pray for the Chi-Town Cat. Got a little roughed up Wednesday. I played on the game post-stream, and a good night there, Ricky. Wednesday night was a good one there, and
Jack 3.
got a feel for that Chi-Town Cat, the White Claw Warrior.
But you got people love the White Claw Warrior because he brings.
He's entertaining.
He's entertaining, and he brings the action, and that's what we love on the stream. Bruno, DM ... AKA Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno was in the building tonight. I saw Bruno playing on the 1-3 streets.
He loves the merch. He can't wait for the merch to hit the stores.
That's what we love to see. We're going to have that website up and live soon. We're going to have some pretty cool T-shirts, mugs, hoodies, and we're also going to try and design some T-shirts for some of our featured players. So if you have a fan favorite like the Chi-Town Cat or maybe Blue Man Group Joe, Big Tony with that George Washington beard, we could have this merch could be available here in the near, Phil with his sleeveless Phil.
I'm pretty sure George Washington never had a beard. I don't know what they're teaching at the University of Arizona, but George Washington, the father of our country, never had a beard.
He had a beard.
Never.
He had a beard.
Didn't even have facial hair. He had false teeth.
All right, sorry, a Lincoln beard. My apologies.
All right, yeah. Wow. Holy crap.
God, what's that happy? What's the line in Happy Gilmore?
Ooh.
What's the line in Happy Gilmore?
What's that?
That guy did have a beard. What was it?
I don't know what you're talking about. Open it a straight draw for Joe. I don't know.
Something Adams did. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. That guy is always a pain in the ass.
You're digging it deeper. Move on.
Grizzly Adams. There we go. Thank you. Nick from Yuma has my back. Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
Now a heart draw for Joe, but a bigger heart draw for Phillip.
You're going to go back on this Arizona thing, are you? You're really going to get me heated on this again? We got a hand here brewing. Everyone's on this flush draw. People's got jacks here. Phillip with middle pair. Gutty for the straight also has flush draw potential here. It's a pretty interesting hand here. 500 in the skillet. Phillip betting 160. And Reckless Ron going nowhere.
Quick call for Joe.
Everybody's calling here. Here's my number. Call me maybe. And we're going to take a river.
Joe doesn't realize his flush draw is squadouche. Deuce of diamonds.
Deuce of diamonds here. So just one pair of jacks is going to take this down with the queen kicker here. Let's see if anybody gets interesting and spicy after missing their draws. Ron knows he can't win this with 10 high. Action on Ron. Taking his time. Checks it over. Looks like it got checked all the way. Philip doesn't even believe he's good, and he's going to flip over his card and say, whoa, I am good. And he takes down a nice pot of 815 in C3.
Nice little pot. Yeah, I don't, you know, Kenny, it's a good question. I don't think we've ever spread 7-card stud at the lodge. We would if we had 6, 7 players that wanted to play it. We wouldn't stream it, but we would play it.
That would be extremely difficult with our sensors, the way the
Yeah,
table's
we wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't stream it. But you know, years ago when I first started playing poker in the '80s, go to Vegas.
Maybe George Washington.
7 stud.
Maybe he had a 7-card.
You couldn't find a no-limit hold'em table.
George
in
Washington.
1985.
Did George Washington play 7-card stud? You seem to know everything about George Washington. So tell me a little bit more about Georgie.
He has his wife's Martha. He wore wooden teeth for most of his life.
History lessons with Rick here.
He was the father of our country.
Oh.
First president.
Oh.
What more do you want? He
Nice
didn't
to
have
know.
a beard.
Okay. Do you have a little cherry tree?
No.
No cherry
It's
tree?
not him.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Just making sure. Is he on the $5 bill, or is he on?
Now you're just trolling me.
Is he on the penny?
Now you're trolling me.
Yeah, damn right I'm trolling.
George
You're damn
W.
right I am trolling you.
Wow.
Get familiar. Trolls go both ways, Rick.
10-10-4
Nobody
trips
has.
for
E has
E.
10. E running really hot tonight. Already up 6K on the stream. Was getting beat up in the pregame.
Night tonight.
And he is delivering here.
Just calling.
Setting the trap. That fills up. So Boat City. Big Tony now picks up the flush draw along with his 2-pair, still reaching for chips. And if you are E and we are playing this deep stack here, you can no longer flat and trap. You need to start building up a pot here. So I imagine a pretty hefty raise coming from E, something along the lines of at least 250 to 300. As he reached for the black chips, goes for 225. This is going to be spicy enough for Tony. See, Tony looks a little perplexed, but he'll, oh no, quickly fold.
Quickly fold.
On a paired board, not willing to chase that low flush. So good on Tony for getting away there, drawing dead.
Nick from Yuma says, I played 7-card stud with Socrates. Actually, I did. He was a nit.
Yeah.
No, if you let me finish my story. In 1985, my first trip to Vegas ever, summer of 1985, walk into casinos. I'm in college. I'm living life. Go to the poker room. Only stud. Only 7-card stud. You could barely find a hold'em table, if at all. There were one Omaha table, one hold'em table limit. No limit hold'em ever in 1985. Any casino. You couldn't find one, Mikey. Now you go there, you can't find a stud game. It's all no limit hold'em.
Yeah, it's called Poker Evolution.
It is the evolution of poker.
Yeah, that's what happens. Times change, game changes, action changes, and you got to get used to it. Because you're thinking about the past.
Tony.
Time's going to move on.
150. Big Tony with his ace queen over to Poker Traveler, wearing his New York Yankees cap.
Traveler calling on the button with 10-6 offsuit.
Queen Jack 5, 2 clubs. Poker Traveler does have a club.
So the Traveler's not calling on the button if he doesn't have intentions of getting extra spicy here. But no, he folds, quickly folds.
Big Tony, I love the way he plays. He's a nice guy, man, too. You've known Big Tony for a long time.
Yeah, very nice man. Doesn't take any bullshit. Shows up on time, plays a big game. Willing to talk business, willing to talk sports, willing to talk poker. Always comes with a smile. He's just a good man.
Michael B says hard to believe something would change after 36 years. I'm just telling you how it was for those youngsters who think No Limit Hold'em was the game and it's always been the game. That ain't true. Not in casinos. It was a stud game up until the late 80s when Hold'em took over.
So back to George Washington's beard. Are you like? How do you know he never had a beard?
He's
How do you
never
know?
pictured in a beard. Never. Not one picture.
You don't think he just let it grow 1 week, got out there and said, you know what, the heck
I'm
with
sure
this.
he had the
heck
5
with the
o'clock
clean shaven. There
you
you
know,
go. Everybody
stubble.
has a beard from time to time, right? Even you got one going on right now, a little goatee. Probably you might want to consider losing that goatee.
No. Yeah, I think Hold'em was I agree with Corey. I mean, Moneymaker came in 2003. Hold'em was there in the 90s for damn sure, but not in the 80s, I'm telling you.
This over pair, over hearts, king queen for Joe, hearts for reckless Ron.
There's a 10.
Also a gutter ball here, so pretty spicy turn. Nobody seems too interested in betting here. Even Joe checks it again. We're gonna go check to a river.
There's a heart.
So the flush gets there, but the board pairs. Joe has quickly fired out a little bit of a bet. Let's see what Ron, so what was that, 150? Ron will not be folding, and it looks like he'll just be carving out calling chips, and he'll see the bad news. Flush no good, larger flush better.
Wow.
Joe is gonna take it down. Everybody's got a flush. You, me, and your mama have a flush.
Had the board not paired there,
Yeah.
I think it would have been a huge pot.
Yeah, it would have been larger. Reckless Ron playing a little bit cautious, and rightfully so. He was beat, but the price was right for a call, 150, and good for Joe, because Joe's been taking a beating here so far on the stream as well, so nice for him to win a pot.
You see the cumulative winnings. E way out in front, 6K. Big Tony down at the bottom, 2,200. Have more than a few losers, losing 1,400 or more. 5, as a matter of fact, and only 3 winning any substantial amount of money.
Race to 55.
Yeah. It is fun to watch. You know, there's several things that people attribute the rise, you know, the poker boom. Obviously, Rounders in 1998, I believe, Rounders came out. And that was a first shot. Then, of course, the rise of the whole cam. That was a big change in poker and how people watched it on television. And then, of course, Moneymaker. But I think it's, to just say it's Moneymaker, I think would do a disservice to a lot of other key factors, specifically the whole cam, because you know, once the whole cam came in RFID tables, it made poker actually watchable on TV now, instead of just having those days where you didn't know what the heck they had, or you had to wait till after a produced show was happening. So I think those 3 factors, I don't know what order I'd place them in: Moneymaker, Rounders, and the whole cam. I think those are the 3 factors that caused the big boom in poker.
I don't even say if it's a big shot, and even if I'm not first to show, I'll show.
Just my opinion. I could be dead wrong.
I agree.
Just show it. Like, please just don't slow roll me on it. You know, like,
306 in the live chat.
just saying, I've been through
Kevin will give us a flop here.
like catch a slow roll and you have
Ace 3 Jack, Rainbow.
like a year. Like, I can't handle it.
Nobody with anything. A little gut shot for Anderson, looking for a 10 ball. Doesn't come. Now a straight draw for both players. One looking for a 4, one looking for a 10.
Queen high, and he slow rolls kings on it. I did it accidentally the other day. Like, I said I was like, fuck, I'm no good, and he showed it, and I was just about to muck it, and I was like, dude, you want to
There's a bet from Anderson. He's going to try to take it down right here with 150.
Steady looking not to be folding right away, so he knows can't win this pot with stepping high, so a call is definitely out of the question here. Is he going to raise and make a play, or is he just going to fold? He's just going to fold.
Yeah, that's probably the 4th. I think the least factor is the online factor, because I think the online really blew up because of the other 3 factors. Without those other 3 factors, there is no online poker.
So 318 in the chat. Do us a favor, hit that like button for us. And subscribe to our channel if you are new. Welcome. We stream every Wednesday and Saturday, 8 o'clock Central Time. So don't miss out on any action. This upcoming Wednesday will be ladies' night. We'll have an all-ladies game on Wednesday, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that. Slick Rick and the Skull live in Round Rock, our 5-5 featured game Saturday night. Poker Travel with Ace-Jack offsuit, raising him up to 35. E going to go set mining with a pair of threes, makes the call.
That's a pretty rare one.
Big Tony likes his 8.5 puppy feet. Will come along, as does Woodstock Phil.
Woodstock Phil.
Woodstock Phil, there. You know
We're gonna have to change his name moving forward.
the guy.
Even if he doesn't like it.
What is the name of the
All clubs.
groundhog?
Big Tony flopping flush.
Oh,
here.
what is the name
Beaver.
of the groundhog? No, Tuscahoney Joe, or somebody help me out there. In the groundhog on Groundhog Day each year, he has a name. What is the name of the groundhog, folks?
Rick.
No, I'm telling you.
Slick Rick is the name of the groundhog.
I like Jake Stein. Just thinking half a decade, they'll be able to say Skull Mike and Slick Rick contributed to the next surge of Texas poker and the tidal wave of popularity for live stream poker. Jakey Stein bringing it strong.
What a terrible run out here for
Look
Tony.
at that run out.
Terrible run
Oh
out
my
for Tony.
God.
But still, said he's thinking the same thing there. It says terrible run out
Almighty,
indeed.
Look at that.
So Traveler should be thankful on that run out.
Thank you, Joe Reynolds. It's Puxatawny Phil.
Can you say that 6 times fast?
Puxatawny Phil is the name of the groundhog each year that
haven't
comes out.
We
and he
haven't seen
sees
our
the shadow.
boy Chubby Chewy in the chat. Your boy, your Chubs. We've missed Chubb in the chat.
You love that night when I was struggling with his name, not knowing what the hell it was.
Oh, man, that's funny. It is funny. Appreciate all of you 315 watching and tuning in tonight. We'd have no show without every one of you guys. So no matter where you're watching from, whatever country, state, room in your house, we appreciate it. Slick Rick and the Skull, as well as Dave and on the pressing all the buttons, Lodge ownership. We're having a great time doing this twice a week, and we want to thank every one of you for tuning in and being a part of it. Big hand here, ace 8 diamonds here, another. So many pocket 8s and pocket kings tonight. A lot of pocket pairs, pocket 5s, speed limit for Anderson. 40 seems to be good going right here, but Anderson's going to fast play these 5s. He's going to raise it up to 200, squeezing a little bit, wanting to thin the field and go heads up. If you want to dance with me, so be it. You're going to have to dance for 200. And the Traveler makes the call, so he's not going anywhere. If you're J-Win, you're probably going to make this call too. We're playing very deep. You win lots of money here if you connect. So implied odds says put the 200 in here, let's play some poker, see 3 community cards. J-Win taking his time. 8s don't play great multi-way, play a lot better heads up, but still J-Win's going to go set mining, so give this man a helmet. Makes the call. Reckless Rom with the 10-9 off saying, if I bank this, I'm going to win a big pot here. None of my other opponents holding a 10 or 9. Maybe I bank a straight. He'll make the call as well. So we're going to go 4-way to a flop for 2 bills.
Skillet.
Here we go. So the squeeze didn't work too well for Anderson. We're still multi-way 4-way to a flop, and let's see what it brings.
Ooh, there's the 8. J-Win flops a Seti Maggette.
J-Win getting there.
You said it. You said if he flops a set, he's going to win a big pot. Let's see what happens. There is a straight draw for Reckless Ron, but everybody else is basically dead.
Yeah, rough shape here. J-Win not wasting any time trying to build a pot here. 7 of hearts on the turn.
Yeah, what will ladies' night be? 1-3?
1-3.
All right.
Be a 1-3 game.
That's what they want to know. Here comes J-Win.
Well, they shouldn't be. We should be watching this hand here. Not really worrying about ladies' night just yet.
Well, we knew it was.
We
gonna
have a
happen.
set alert.
but he takes it down. Yeah, so Wednesday night will be 1-3, 500 cap. Maybe if all the ladies agree, we'll make it a 1,000 cap, but likely to be a 500 cap game for that one on Wednesday. Should still be entertaining and exciting. Nice to see the ladies coming out to the lodge, mixing it up on the felt, the bright lights of table 11, the main table, featured table here at the lodge Wednesday night. That's going to be the place to be.
Looks like we've got a couple of ladies playing Big O on table 8, right above the table. 3:17 in the live chat, and we're into the third period, Mikey. It's 10:04 p.m. Central Time.
Yeah, third period. Should have won some more money on that parlay. Nonetheless, Ace King, Big Slick, King Queen suited for Big Tony here, so these two are going to mix it up one more time.
And I'm going to wait until almost the end of the show before I say something, before I jinx it. So stick around to the end of the show, and I'm going to say something.
What are you going to say, right?
It's called a teaser, Mike.
Jeez, this is a terrible teaser.
Middle,
work on your teasing.
Middle pair for Poker Traveler.
Throw up in my mouth when I hear you talk like that.
Straight draw. There's an ace for E.
Very nice turn card here. Look at Big Tony with the gutter to the Royal. 10 of clubs is Royal City. E, Big Slick connecting with that ace here. Still just a call, so kind of amazing that this pot's not bigger. Flush gets there, so nut alert. Big Tony holding, oh no, actually, sorry, the board has pairs, so not flush, not nut hand.
150 from E, and here comes Big Tony.
Let's see here. I hope Tony raises this up here. You might be a little concerned that the board is paired.
Come on, Tony.
Hoping he raises it up. Looks to be just carving up, reaching for a little bit more greenery.
There you go, Big Tony.
A little bit more greenery. You know, when you're rolling something up and you don't have enough green, you reach for a little bit more greenery.
I know how you feel.
Then you get it right, cross over that black line, and he's going to make that
call. Big Tony's going to take down.
Good on Tony not being worried that the board paired, confident in his nut flush. Raises up E there on the river, gets a little bit more value there, but he can afford it. He's been running so hot tonight. So just a little bit of a dent in his armor, but he's still going strong. Way up in the green now, the cumulative winning tonight is E over there in seat 8. And nice to see Tony rebound, because Tony's been in the dungeon, taking a little bit of a beating tonight here, but he's on the mend on the rebound after banking on that flush there on the river. $317, do us a favor. Smash that like button, still a little bit low. The way the YouTube algorithms work, the more likes, the more people this pops up on their feed. So we'd really appreciate it if you'd help us out with that thumbs up button. Only about another hour left on the stream. Usually in the final hour we reach the most viewers. So we're gonna do our part. You guys gotta do your part to help us out. Aces alert for Philip.
Another
Ace.
Pocket aces.
Aces are in the building tonight. The ghost of aces around. Reckless Ron with 10, so this could be trouble.
In a hand about 45 minutes ago, aces versus kings versus queens.
Queens got away pre.
Queens got away.
But our boy Ron in trouble.
Self-destruct sequence activated.
Corey Siegel's on the road at some casino that he says the lodge is much better. Corey, we miss you. I haven't seen Jakey Stein in a while.
Jake Stein and Corey are out of town, both on the East Coast for family matters, so they should
wish them all the best.
They should be back here in no time.
Seti Maggette for Philip.
Seti Maggette.
Woodstock Phil.
And Phil's not going to slow play nothing.
Makes it 2 bills.
Phil says, checking this flop would be rather suspicious. I'm going to lead out here. Hopefully Ron takes the bait, not buying that I have an ace. Ron looks to be leaning towards a fold, and it does.
Good fold. Reckless Ron. That wasn't too reckless right there. That was downright solid.
Yeah, wise Ron there as he reaches for a little sip of that Miller Lite. No White Claws around tonight on the 5-5 game. E up 5.4K. The Traveler down 2.1. Anderson down 2. Philip up 3.4. Jeff W up 2K. Jay Wynn a quick 1K. And Tony has recouped some of his losses, only down 1.3. So a decent little mix going around. The money going around from seat to seat. And E are a big winner so far.
So where did you and the woman go for dinner last night?
Went to Mongers. Have you been to Mongers?
Where is that?
Mongers is a new location by the kind of the triangle.
Okay.
They used to have a restaurant on Cesar Chavez, but they moved. It's a seafoods place. You know I like my fish, Rick. Had some oysters, had a bottle of Pinot Grigio, had some tuna, had a little dessert.
Nice.
You know? And then we'll leave it at that. What happened on the Post restaurant's none of your business.
Well, I hope so.
None of your damn business, Rick.
I hope so. Did I ever tell you about the married the guy going to buy condoms? Did I tell you that joke?
Oh, God. Is this a bonus joke of the night?
This could be a bonus joke. We'll wait to this hand. I'll have a bonus joke. I think I might have told this on the stream, but you'll have to tell me. King, Queen, 9.
2 pair flop top 2 alert for the Traveler. Nobody holding Jack 10.
K9, woof.
K9 trouble. It's not woof because it's K9 trouble here. You flop 2 pair as well here. So Philip and the Traveler here are going to be getting it in. Let's see how this happens. The Traveler not slow playing nothing. Quickly raising to 400. We have a hand brewing, and Philip makes the quick call here. So this is going to be really tough for Philip to get away from. If you are a fan of the program, you would remember was it King 7 or King 9 that Cy had versus Joe's pocket 10s?
I'm going to say it was King 7.
I think it was King 7. You're right.
Queen.
Wow.
Poker Traveler with the boat.
So this run out has slowed down some of the action. That King 9 looking not as pretty now, but you might be putting your opponent on a king right now and saying, kings and queens with the ace kicker.
He lays
We're
it down.
probably chopping. But Philip with another great laydown. Phil playing really rather sharp tonight.
So here's the extra joke, Mikey. A guy walks into the pharmacy. He's a married man, and you need some prophylactics, So he goes up, and behind the counter, there's the 3-pack, a 6-pack, and a 12-pack. And he asks the clerk, what's the 3-pack for? He said, well, that's for our high school student. Once on Thursday, once on Friday, once on Saturday. He goes, oh, wow. What's the 6-pack for? He said, well, that's for our college kid. Twice on Thursday, twice on Friday, twice on Saturday. He goes, wow. What's the 12-pack for? He said, well, that's for our married men. January, February, March. Did I tell that joke before?
No.
All right, well, that's a solid joke then. Ones if you like it. That was a bonus, folks. Take it if you like it. 1 if you like it, 2 if you don't.
It's depressing is what that one is.
Hey.
It's depressing.
I'm telling you. The married guys know what I'm talking about. Here comes the call from Big Tony. 3 players to a flop.
Everybody's always asked me why I'm not married, because then I would fall into that category.
No, I love my wife. Been married coming up on 30 years. Great woman.
King 3, 2 pair for Joe. Not much of anything else unless his opponents want to get creative. Raises it up right away, and Anderson quickly folds, so Joe's going to take down that pot.
Waiting for another barn burner of a hand. We've had some doozies tonight. Michael B. liked that one. Ian liked it. I thought I might have told that before, but, it doesn't hurt. As a bonus joke, I can tell if I give you a bonus, it doesn't have to be new material. It can be something I've told before, and I just felt like generous tonight.
Getting hungry, Rick. I might need a little cookie break.
Cookie.
I need a little cookie break.
Have one.
Meat diving in. What is? Tell the folks what kind of cookies we just dove into here.
Oatmeal butterscotch. If you have never tried an oatmeal butterscotch cookie, it is an interesting combination. It's solid. Mikey, you like the cookie? He likes it. Thumbs up from Mikey. Very hard for him to give compliments, and he gave it. Steven Reisman says in 30 years, 1 12-pack. Wow.
I don't want to hear that. He's going to be going in timeout real quick if that continues.
Nakia says, again, the sadness makes it hilarious. And John reminds me that's a repeat joke. Okay, John, come on now. Some folks are new to the stream. It's not new. It's not a old joke for everybody. And E's going to win another hand with his flop straight. E's hitting some cards tonight.
Yeah, C-Day definitely the hot seat. E no dummy either. He knows how to maneuver in these spots with made hands or missed hands. But he's just waking up with the goods each and every time. His opponents have pretty strong hands as well, so he's getting paid off on his made hands, and that is a lethal combo at the poker table.
The Lodge, a happening place here on a Saturday night, open 24 hours. If you ever make it to the Austin, Texas area, please, please plan, mark it down, visit us at the Lodge, look for Skull Mike, Slick Rick, Joe. We'd love to say hello to you, especially if you're a viewer. Even if you don't like the show, you can come up and say, hey guys, your show sucks. We'd still love to meet you. No, Ben Jam, they're not weed cookies. They are oatmeal butterscotch made by the loving hands from my wife. She made them specifically for Dave Klaproth and Skull Mike tonight. I had a few on the way over. The bucket was a lot more full. It's hard not to eat cookies.
I wonder if I left some milk in here from last time.
Ooh, wow. King of Hearts. Still Ace Jack. Anderson dominating.
Oh, please. I'm going to go check on some milk.
All right. Skull Mike going to take a walk down to the refrigerator to see if there's a carton of milk still left over from 4 weeks ago. Check the expiration date. He did find some milk, but we don't know the expiration date. You're just going to have to take a chance.
Found a little chocolate milk.
Ooh,
A
nice.
little 2% as well. Not quite sure on this expiration, though, so this could be trouble.
If it's not chunky, it's good.
God. 8 ounces.
E, 5,400 to the winner, to the good.
I think I'm going to be safe here.
You see, we have 5 losers there, losing 1.4 and above.
6 losers if you count yourself in the booth.
Raised to 35.
Oh, that milk's tasty.
Yeah, nice cold milk.
Once it
you know, I don't know. I don't
once it
drink
hits
milk
your
anymore.
lips, Rick.
Used to be a milk drinker. I don't drink
So
too
good.
much milk.
So good once it hits your lips.
So good. So good.
Frank the Tank.
Here comes the flop. Ace, king, king. We've got a king and an ace. Reckless Ron way in the lead. Checked all around. Ooh, the only card that kills Reckless Ron. Now 2 players with a boat. Anderson obviously, he checked it again. Come on, put some money in the pot.
He's trying to disguise this ice, maybe this ace, maybe a rep a king as well. So I don't mind the little trap there.
100.
Forces Ron to put out a bet, and now the raise coming to 400 by Anderson. Let's see if Ron will be able to get away here. Boat over boat. Ron hates that raise. And he knows
He's
it.
going to show the king and fold. Good fold again. We've got some excellent folds. ATX Poker in the house. How you doing?
What's happening, buddy?
Thank you. What yearly means it's best for 28?
350 in the chat. Do us a favor, hit that like button for us, please. We got about another 40 minutes left in the show, trying to reach some new viewers for the first time. That's what gets us up every time in the morning here, just the potential opportunity of reaching a viewer for the first time. And each and every like and new subscription helps us out on that mission.
So we appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if this is your first time. Every Wednesday and Saturday, Slick Rick and the Skull here with you live from Round Rock. As you see on the scroll on the bottom of the screen, if you want to play in this game, reach out to me, and I will do my part to get you in on this game in the near future.
Again, we want to thank our title sponsor, America's Card Room, and our newest sponsor, as of tonight, Chip Leader Coaching. Go to clcpoker.com if you're a poker player and want to learn more. I mean, you got Chance Corneth, Alex Fox, and Joe McKeon. I believe between the three of them, over $40 million in tournament winnings. That's some serious cash. Chance Corneth just had he was playing Phil Galfond in the Phil Galfond Challenge. Didn't do as well as he wanted, but he's one of those type of players that's willing to take the chance. King, queen suited, 2 diamonds.
The diamonds, the over to the board here would help if he was in position, but still nonetheless electing to check raise. The Traveler not with much anything either, just jack high. 2 overs as well, but no diamonds, and he's going to fold it, and the check raise by Anderson gets it done.
Did I miss? Did you burned me so many times? I get numb to it. Did I miss something?
Nikia and Joe, he didn't even. He was under the rug. He missed
tell me, because
like King 9 woof, as you like to say, right over your head.
Right.
I'm not telling you nothing. Wake up, pay attention.
Please,
right?
I need the chat to inform me if I should be mad at something, because
not even worth
frankly, you talk so much smack that I become desensitized to all of it.
So,
I just kind of. What did I miss? I can't wait to play this back when I go home.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of more opportunities for me to just keep bashing you like a punching bag. So you'll just get it in on the next one.
I'll get it.
Don't worry about that last one. Just keep moving forward, Rick. Forget about the past. Like a good poker player, if you lose a hand, just forget about it. Don't go on tilt. It might ruin the rest of the broadcast here. So forget about it.
Never would go on tilt.
All right. Just take the loss. Let me take my pot, stack my chips, and move on to the next hand.
Wow. When people are commenting that I just
you didn't know? That's right, Ricky. Your ass better call somebody. New Age Outlaws.
King 6-5. I'll ask my good friend Nakia. She'll tell me.
No. She won't throw me under the rug.
She won't throw you under the rug, but she'll be honest with me. If I ask Nakia, what did Mike say? She's not going to lie to me.
Don't worry about it, Rick.
340.
Continue on.
340. He called me a loser. Wow.
You know what? Removed.
Wow. Mikey.
You know Mike B? We know who Mike B is in the chat?
Who's that?
He's a snitch. Mike B is a snitch. So that's going to be quickly removed, Mike B. And you know what we do to snitches? We put them in timeout for 300 seconds.
Snitches go to ditches.
Yeah, snitches go to timeout, Mike B. So if you want to continue throwing me under the bus, we're going to put you in the corner for 300 seconds.
That's okay. I mean, if you just called me a loser, I mean, I've been called a lot worse by you. That's like, that's tame.
Look at that row of black chips. Isn't that really nice, that row of black chips right there in front of E's chip stack? 3 full rows. That's 6K right there, folks. So pretty when you got all those black stacks. Little couple sunflower seeds on top of J-Win stack. Woodstock Phil, as he will be known.
I hope he likes that name.
For the rest of the stream.
They come up with their own name, and we kind of add on to them. I mean, there's some things like Shocktown Cat, a.k.a. White Claw Warrior, DM ... Bruno. I mean, there's some that we just, that are naturals. We've got some favorite nicknames.
I think I got some oatmeal butterscotch in my teeth. I might need a toothpick.
No. 10 queen 6, 2 diamonds, and E and Reckless Ron both searching for a diamond.
They have each other's blockers there. E with the
Josh.
Needs a jack for that straight flush, but Reckless is holding it.
Josh, one of the funniest guys at the lodge, comes with a weak sauce joke Josh. Come on now. I expect much more from you,
You
Josh.
can still lay down the smackdown on your candy ass, Josh. So, COVID or not, people's elbow might come from the sky, right to the skull. Uh-oh, Reckless Ron, Shippamaki, 2.6K. The Ace King is going to have to die, but let's see how spicy he wants to get. Does he want to gamble? Probably not.
Straight draw, flush draw.
Straight
flush draw.
Shout out to Tien. Straight draw, flush draw.
But
Shout out to your boy Tien.
But he can't get it because the
1-2
jack
street.
is already
That's right.
spoken
I already
for.
said that, Rick. You weren't paying attention. That's what I'm saying. Pay attention. You would have learned I said that about 15 seconds ago.
The chat liked Josh's joke. Okay. The people rule. Give the people what they want.
Let's see what he does. He up heaps tonight. You know, it's a pretty easy decision for a fold. But if he wants to gamble, maybe he'll get spicy. But he knows the price isn't quite right, and he knows he's beat. But hasn't folded just yet. Reaching for chips. Doing a little accounting.
All the black chips in the world.
Gets that row out. He also has some sunflower seeds up top. Is he getting a good price?
All in for 2K. Reckless Ron.
Thinks if I hit a 7, I'm good. I hit a diamond, I'm probably good. But that's not the case there, E. Reckless Ron on the same type of draw. 70% equity to E's 30% here. Obviously, if E would see Reckless Ron's cards, he would not want to call. That's without question. But it's E's night so far. Not drawing dead. Has a chance. Has a dream. Has 2 cards. Has a lot of money. And he's in the blender here. I'm not sure what the iPad's at. Already at 1 minute here. So he's going to have to use a time extension. 30 more seconds until he might need to use another one. Again, each player came into the stream tonight with 3 time extensions. As you see the iPad in the box in front of Kevin, you have 30 seconds to make a decision, and if you go over, you need to use your 1 minute time extension. 15 seconds until he needs to use up another one. 10 seconds. E in the blender. Minute 30 wasted, so he now has used 2 time extensions. We are in the blender, one of our favorite places to be if you're trying to stay healthy. He's doing a weight loss bet. So, you know, he's been drinking a lot of smoothies with the strawberry and bananas, the almonds, the peanut butter, the protein powder. And looks like he's going to send these bad boys into the muck, and well done.
Good
E.
fold.
Good fold.
Good fold. 358 in the live chat, about 10:30. We're down to our final 35, 40 minutes of tonight's live chat, and having a lot of fun here tonight in a 5-5 uncapped game. Green chips 25, black chips 100, purple chips 500. CE, who was up over 6,000 a few minutes ago, come back down to earth a little bit.
Back down a little bit. A couple tough spots. Poker Traveler and Tony bringing up the rear. Same with Joe. Philip and Jeff W taking a little bit of a dent as well to their stack. So the money going around in circulation a little bit.
Our next stream will be Wednesday night.
Ladies' night, baby.
Ladies! It's going to be fun.
Yes, indeed. Again, if you want to dress up, I can remove a lady from the game, and we can get you in there, Rick. I know that's probably a game that would suit you well.
A little wig dress action.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Probably look a lot better than you do right now on a regular basis.
Oh, my God, that would be funny, but it ain't happening. I give my all for the show, but I draw the line at wearing a wig.
Weak sauce, Rick. Weak sauce, indeed. Give the people what they want. Pocket jacks for Jeff W, fresh from Louisiana. Has cooled off a little bit. First hour of the stream came out super hot. Almost needed to call the fire department at table 11, but he has cooled down. No need for multiple fire trucks or a hose. 10-6 for a rainbow. Safe flop for jacks. Big Tony making a move with middle pair. Backdoor hearts. Reckless Ron. Let's see how reckless he wants to be with his pair of ducks. Folds them. Now let's see how Jeff maneuvers here. Does he want to fire in a raise right now and start building a pot? I'd like to see a raise here. It looks like he's just carving out some calling chips, though. Makes the call. Giving a little bit of rope for Big Tony. Let's see if Big Tony shuts down again. Big Tony and Jeff, no history with each other except for tonight's play. A little bit of an action killer card here on the turn. I think Tony was going to shut down now. I think Jeff's likely to check behind as well. Let's see. Hasn't checked yet. Does check. Action on Jeff. And he's going to reach for chips. So good on Jeff for not checking behind now. Still believing in his jacks. Going to put the pressure on Tony. Hoping to target a 10 perhaps or a 6. And Tony makes the call going for a 6 or a deuce on the river. Will it come? No, sir. But that 10 has to be a little bit of worrisome for both players. Both players might be thinking to each other, are you holding a 10? Am I holding the 10? What do you have? Do you have a king? So that 10, a pretty spicy card here. To look at Tony, no longer really believing in his 6s for showdown value. He might be contemplating a rather large raise to get Jeff off of his hand here. Let's see. Action on Tony, Big Tony, a.k.a. George Washington's beard. Goes check, check. And the jacks are going to take it down.
Jacks win. Crypto Corey is giving financial advice in the chat. Feel free to partake only if you are willing to lose your shirt.
Not answering Mike B's question because Mike B is a snitch. Mike B, if you want to find out who's dealing ladies night, you're going to have to tune in on Wednesday yourself, sir. And that's the bottom line. Skull Mike said so.
Wednesday night at 8, 356 in the chat.
Wake up, Rick.
10:30. No, I'm
fading a little bit.
No,
Still
I'm
got a half hour. You got to bring it strong, Rick.
I'm bringing it strong
Might
from
be
start to finish.
too many cookies for you. I'm gonna have to start pacing your cookie intake.
I want to. You got to admit that was a good cookie. They're better even warm.
A late night over under Skull Mike question for a free T-shirt. I have witnesses. How many more cookies remain in Slick Rick's canteen of cookies here?
I brought a bunch.
How many cookies remain? Closest one to the pin without going over will receive a free T-shirt. If there are multiple right answers, we will take those names down in a hat and get you that T-shirt. So if you want a Lodge T-shirt, how many cookies remain? Remember, Rick's not skinny. Rick's no supermodel. So Rick's had a bunch of cookies already, but there are still some remaining. So get in your bets now for how many cookies remain here in the booth, in the bunker as we like to call it, minus 25 floors below ground. Slick Rick and the Skull in the booth eating cookies.
Already got some guesses. 4, 0, 18.
Nick from Yuma thinking it's a trick question, saying 0. Wise move, sir. But there are some cookies. So get in your cookie final answers. Get them in now in the chat.
Matty J says 11. William Refrigerator Perry says 10. How many were there? That's a good question. That's a good, fair question to ask. I'd say
no, you can't. Don't answer that. Don't answer
all
that.
Right, all right.
There were a bunch.
There were a bunch.
Don't answer that. They're homemade cookies from home. Rick was feeling generous. Oh, we got a butt crack alert there on the masseuse. You see that? I didn't even mean to see that. I was seeing what. God, now I ruined it for everybody in the chat. Keep your eyes away from over there.
It wasn't the masseuse. It was she's massaging.
God, Jesus, now it's God, I need man, I got cookies and milk in the booth. Now I see fresh butt crack.
Vincenzo says 15.
Disgusting, Rick.
Nakia says 6. So far, no one's gotten the answer.
No hints. What are you doing?
Joe says 11. 35 is the bet.
Steve, you rescinded your shirt opportunity. You said you did not want one sent to you. You'll get your shirt when you come visit the lodge in person, and that's a lodge guarantee. Stop complaining, Steve. I'll put you in timeout again.
Steve
I've done it
Reeves.
once before, and when people complain, they get put in timeout.
You just now have made up with your father after 2 weeks. Ooh, there's a club draw for Jeff, and a pair of sixes for
Jeff has
Poker
a spade.
Traveler.
He has a spade there. So again,
My eyes.
Rick,
well, he
what
does
is-
have backdoor club draw.
Jet, we're losing Rick here, thinking that a spade is it's late night. You always confuse the spades for clubs. Isn't that what happened on previous shows? Oh, looks like a spade. It's really a club.
Ooh, we've got somebody guessed it. I won't say who it was. And somebody says if I was there, there would be 0 cookie left. That was Lynn Canales. Well, there is a winner. I guess we should say who it was, right?
Is it Joe?
Nope.
Moose Duty?
Moose Duty. There
Moose-
were 13 cookies still in the
Duty.
cookie jar. Dave Klaproth, did you get a chance to eat the cookie yet? You like them? All right, we got thumbs up from Dave Klaproth, the executive producer.
That might be 12.
So
Moose Duty, do me a favor. Shoot me an email with your address and your shirt size, and we will get you a free T-shirt on us from Slick Rick and the Skull.
And Bill Weber and Nakia, sorry, your guess is correct, 13, but Moose Duty already got there. He's got the T-shirt tonight.
Look at those little slackers coming in late after we already give the answer away with a 13. Come on, Bill and Nakia. You're better than that. You're better than that.
And we got thumbs up from a lot of people with these cookies. Here's a J-Win thinking it over. Don't know what he's really using a lot of time for.
Maybe Jamin wants to make a little move.
I don't know. I mean, that was pretty much straightforward hand. Reckless Ron is going to take it down. J-Win just looking for a little TV time.
Almost done with this milk, Rick. And those refrigerators really do work. It's amazing.
Yes, cold milk. One of the great things.
What about the refrigerator? What a great invention the refrigerator was.
Yeah, I had a few cookies, but Skull Mike, you had
2 cookies.
You had a couple.
2.
You and Dave can have more if you want them before I open it up to the
I might have to snag.
to the
I want to take a couple home.
general population after we leave the booth, because we're coming down to the final 30 minutes or so.
I need to take a couple with me.
I'm going to share it with the world.
Any Ziplocs or something?
Ziplocs. Put it in your pocket.
Not one for crumbs, Rick.
King, Queen, 7, 2 hearts. 2 hearts for Philip.
You're wondering how you have all those bugs at your house and cockroaches and
No.
dirty clothes.
Actually,
it's because you put damn cookies in your pocket.
When you're a homeowner, you'll have to get the exterminator out once a quarter, like I do. Every 6 months. You don't need it once a quarter. 5 of clubs. Still a heart draw for Philip. J-Win with his ace is in the lead. Can't know that. J-Win's got that beautiful $1,000 chip on top of his blacks, the yellow chips. He's going to fold. And Woodstock Phil is going to take it down 8 high like a boss. He's going to toss Kevin some chips as a tip.
Got the straddle on. Reckless Ron juicing it up to 10 bills.
Will Perry. That's why I called you the refrigerator. That was the famous defensive tackle for the 1985-86 Chicago Bears, who scored a touchdown in Super Bowl 20. And All-Pro Hall of Famer Walter Payton did not. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
46-10 was the score. Bears over Patriots. And William the Refrigerator Perry, you're a sports bettor. He was 8-1, Mikey, if he was going to score a touchdown there, and he did. So if you made that bet,
Good odds.
Well, and Ditka had control. The coach had all the control. He could decide if he scores or not when they're down in the 1. So you think Ditka had money on that, 8-1? Ooh, I saw blue hands. Is that Joe in the background?
Blue Man Joe.
Blue Man Group?
He's going to look to get in this game after the stream. Again, I was not in control of the lineup tonight. So that's out of my control. We had some open seats at the last moment here, and Joe was not in the room. Usually I contact these players a couple days in advance, but I kind of let some other people take control of that this week.
Jaywin's going to win a pot.
Is what it is. Joe will have to play the side stream,
Arlen,
post stream.
Arlen, we do give, dealers typically do get breaks. This live stream is only 3 hours long, so we ask one dealer to do it. That way we won't waste any time for the viewers. And he can make it 3 hours without going to the bathroom.
If Rick was in the box, he'd be wearing a diaper.
If it works, whatever floats.
Yeah. He's probably wearing a diaper right now in the booth. I was wondering what that smell was. All makes sense now.
Kevin, one of the great dealers here at the lodge.
Griffin King coming in strong. We appreciate the support.
He played last.
320 in here. Hit that like button so we come down strong down the stretch. 20 minutes left on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you all are new every Wednesday and Saturday. You already know, but if you don't, now you're aware.
I saw a few of our clips from last week during the big tournament. Over 7,000 views.
Yeah, that was
unbelievable.
That was a big tournament. Also, the cash game has over 6,000 views pretty much the day after. So a lot of people tuning in, whether it's live or on delay the next day. We appreciate it. And if you don't want to miss any of our future shows, you just got to be subscribed to the channel. Multiple new videos, new games, new tournaments being uploaded to the channel by our producer Dave on a daily basis.
Yeah, I agree. Kevin is a machine. He's pitching some great cards, and these are a little more difficult to pitch than your regular cards. They're a little thicker, a little more clumsy because they have the special chip in. So if you're coming from another table and having to shuffle these, it's a little different. So he's doing a fine job.
Look at Phil again, ace high. He made a 2K ace high call earlier on in the stream. This one for 200, no problem.
Phil's
going to sniff out these stories. If they don't make sense, he's going to sniff them out, and he's going to call you down with ace high no matter how big the pot is. So rather impressive here by Phil, going with his gut. Woodstock Phil, fresh from 1969, live here at the Lodge. Saturday Night Poker, seat number 3, playing some pretty sound poker tonight.
And no, there's no truth to the rumor that Woodstock Phil actually was in Leonard Skinner.
Nope, that's just a rumor.
That's a rumor. 3:36 in the chat, coming down the home stretch. 20 minutes remaining, 20, 25 minutes. We want to thank everybody, of course, for tuning in. Saturday night is always a fun night, Mike. You put on a good game. I give you all sorts of crap, but you were able to put this game together pretty darn quickly.
We had a couple holes to fill last minute. I don't appreciate last minute holes.
You just were able to just wave a finger here, wave a finger there, and boof, we got a full table.
Sheriff, aka the commissioner. Yours truly, Skull Mike here, but you're doing pretty good tonight, Rick, too.
Well, you know,
doing pretty good. Nobody with an ace here. Big Tony middle pair. Ace-5 Jack Rainbow. Skittles, taste them. Big Tony going to take it down with the bet. Traveler heads for the hills. We're going to go on to the next hand.
You got, Dave bought you a nice toy here. It looks like a stream deck you'll start using maybe next week.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah, I see that.
Wow. Right. It's not hooked up yet, but it's going to allow you to do all sorts of sound effects.
Yeah. Usually I do sound effects on the fly, but I have the chat open. I have to close the YouTube, raise the volume on another app. I could do it with an iPad or whatnot, another tablet, but we saw that my iPad right now is in the booth. That is my property.
Ah, that's your iPad.
We have an official little stream deck that we're going to launch in some upcoming streams, so that should be pretty cool.
Is that what you watch Pornhub on?
Oh my God, please. Yikes. Don't even know what Pornhub is.
10:45.
You're probably still using magazines with those sticky pages.
$60 is the
Oh, it's a
bet.
collector's item.
Anderson hasn't been heard from in a while, and he's got pocket aces.
Yeah, full alert, segue, thank you. From sticky pages to pocket aces, seat 6, Anderson, raising it up to 60. Let's see if he gets some action. Suited ace from the Traveler does. Uh-oh, action flop here.
2 pair for Jeff.
It's always a little bit alarming when you're chasing flushes once the board pairs. Multi-way here, both's very possible as the pot grows and more cards peel.
Stephen Reisman says, great stuff, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. 6 of spades.
So
We do have spades.
Nut flush here has cracked the aces. Anderson checks, said he bets out 200, quickly called by Anderson. Let's see if the board pairs on the river. It does not, so the flush is good. This is going to be tough for Anderson to get away from here. He's going to check it down, action on the Traveler, pot at 880. Like to see something along the lines of 500. Goes for 400, snap call by Anderson, and the aces have been shot down. American Airlines, no good. Nut flush for the Traveler, trying to recoup some losses indeed. Down to the wire, final 15 minutes of the stream. Don't forget, Ladies Night this Wednesday. It's been in the works for some time now. We are post our 200K guarantee. Smash that guarantee close to 400K in that prize pool. What a week it was. We streamed all week non-stop last week. Now back to our normal schedule. A good show tonight, lots of action. These players will be playing for a number of hours post-stream. You better believe that that's going to happen. You know it. Big O game finally filled up from behind this featured table. The room is buzzing. 1-2 games going on. 1-3 tournament just wrapped up. So Saturday night at the Lodge, it's poker night here in Round Rock. If you are new to the Austin community, come on down to the Lodge. There are plenty of other poker rooms in town, but none better than the Lodge here with the action, the lighting, the hospitality, the customer service. Definitely the place to be right here.
Phil with Jack top pair, and he hits his trip jacks now. It's probably going to shut things down here. 2 pair for Anderson. Uh-oh, quad alert. Quadrophenia.
Wow, pretty brutal. Tough to put anybody on quads ever. So you got to.
Anderson's going to lead out.
You got to believe in your nines here. Raise is going to be coming from Philip, and you're like, what? Really? You really have quads? Are you serious, bro? Maybe he has 10s. 10s or queens. Unlikely. So it's like, really, Jack? You're like, you probably have a 9 and we're chopping, right? I'm not going to be punked on stream. But no, sir. It's quads. Pay me my money. Woodstock Phil heating up late. That's what happens when you make hero calls early on in the stream with Ace King on 2K pots. You get rewarded down the stretch on the stream with quads. He earned it.
Quadrophenia. Woodstock Phil. Another 855 goes into his chip stack. Nakia, amazing content and the best commentary all week last week. Great job, guys. Thank you, Nakia. We'll see you Wednesday night on your birthday. Can't wait. No gifts allowed.
When she was big on Wednesday.
Yeah, I do too. You know, your birthday, you want to win. It's going to be interesting. Some of the women are, and Nakia already saying she's bringing enough for two buy-ins, 2 bullets. They're going to come strong, Mikey.
Kristen Stein going to be in the building as well.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's in the starting 9.
Awesome. I can't wait to meet Kristen.
Cindy's going to be playing.
Ooh, Cindy. She's going to pile chips high, barely look over them.
Cindy said she might, you know, put on a little extra makeup. It'll dress up pretty nice, pretty for the show. Final table, Kevin now has walked into the booth. If he's in the booth, we're on a half-hour delay.
What does that say?
Uh-oh. Kevin in the booth saying, Mike C. He's in the chat right now talking live. Mike C. Do you know who Mike C is? Do you know who he is or no?
Mike C.
Mike C.
Shout out.
No, hold on one second here. Hold on one second.
So who do you want to shout out, Kevin? Kevin's in the box. That means the stream is now on record time. Kevin, you did a fine job as usual.
I tried my best.
So who's this Mike C character?
You know, it's just total goofball from Encore.
All right, from Encore, back in
Boston. Yeah.
Back in Beantown. We've got a lot of dealers from Boston. So Kevin, people were just constantly asking, why didn't you give Kevin a break? He's dealing. He doesn't even need to go to the bathroom. What's the most you've ever dealt at one time?
I did 8.5 hour down once when I was dealing a home game.
8.5 hour down in the home game. So 3 hours is nothing for you.
No.
Looks like the players treated you right in the tip box.
Yeah.
You dealt some coolers of hands. You had aces versus kings versus queens one hand.
Yeah, I can't believe E got away from that pretty light 425.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, he knew where he was at in the hand, but that if it's a 1-2 or 1-3 game, those chips are in the middle. But them guys being so deep.
Awesome job, as always. You're one of the best there is. And anything else you want to add from tonight's play that we didn't hear? We don't hear a lot of what they say. Anything funny said?
Oh yeah, these guys are hilarious. They want to be mic'd up. They want to screw around and be able to chirp to one another. They do say a lot of inappropriate things that probably, you know, but they're just talking, being boys, I guess.
Tony with the heart draw.
Ooh, I know how this hand ends. I'm not
spoiler
gonna,
alert.
No, I'm not going to give any spoilers. I refuse.
Got 4 players. Pot's only 165. $335 still in the live chat with about 10 minutes to go. J-Win bets 60. There's the flush. Big Tony has really hit it pretty good tonight. Kevin, I want to give you a cookie here.
Is it a special cookie?
Yes. No. It is a fun cookie. Try one.
Fun cookie?
No, it's nothing in there. They're legit.
Okay.
You can reach in there.
Well,
Your hands are dirty?
I have not washed my hands yet, so I got it.
All right.
I literally came from the box to come chill with the electronic people that are watching this stream.
All right. Well, Mike took a little break here. Big Tony with the flush makes it 175. J-Win with just a king. Pair of kings.
Mike is still chirping in the chat. Wow.
See
him and I, we were teammates on NBA Jam for Sega Genesis, and I hit that one clutch 3-pointer to win a game once. That was like my only claim to fame.
We had I do want to say, now that the chat is almost over, I do want to say to the detractor at the beginning of the stream, who was a little smart aleck and said, what is the over-under for how many times we go black screen tonight? We didn't go black screen one time.
Wow.
So thanks to Dave Klaproth for fixing that little glitch in the system, but the little smart aleck who thought he was going to do an over and under for how many times we were going to go black screen, you lose. 0 times. I had to wait because if I said that too early, I was going to jinx it. But Mikey, that was what I was holding off on. There was a smart aleck who said over under for times we go black screen tonight. We didn't go black screen one time. Well, that's what I said. I had to wait till the end of the show.
No, I'm going to stay on the mic.
All right, so Kevin's going to bring us home tonight. Mikey's in here. If you want to say anything, Mikey, just let us know. We'll give you a mic. We're coming down to the final couple hands here. As Big Tony's really played well tonight. I'm always impressed with his play. Poker Travelers.
Both have gut shots. One's got a diamond draw.
Yeah, diamond draw and gut shot for Poker Travelers. Big Tony, 2 overs, and looking for a 10 for his straight.
Nobody's got a pair yet either.
Yeah. And good play by Poker Traveler. He's going to win 4 high like a boss. Nakia says, shout out to my #1 dealer. I guess she's talking about you, Kevin.
She is, yeah. I had the privilege to deal to her yesterday. That is Joe's wife.
Yes.
Absolute saint. Loved.
Quit sucking up to the boss's wife.
No. She's just a great human being.
I know she is.
Knew her in Maryland, and she tried to get Joe to get me to come here over a year ago, and I had to decline. I had a really good job up in the Northeast at Boston. Unfortunately, they closed their doors, and I had to make a decision. And I asked Joe. I said, "Hey, is that position still available for me?"
And they said yes.
And that's
how many Boston dealers did we get in the invasion?
Too many.
No, I mean you got Eric, you got Lisa. Who else from Boston?
CD. Got Tom P.
Tom P. I mean, that's
Nick S.
6. I mean, come on now.
You got Ryan V. on the floor staff.
7. Wow.
Got Joe Pick on the floor staff.
8. There's a hard draw. 8 people from Boston.
Ooh, this is ice cold right here. What's shaping up here?
2 pair. Hard draw.
This hand is just not fair. I'm going to tell you this much. That's a spoiler alert.
Call from Anderson.
Anderson has been running like absolute dog doo-doo.
King now.
What do you think's going to happen here?
I'd say a king is going to come on the river.
I was hoping you'd say heart, but...
King of clubs is coming on the river.
Wow. How do you know?
I just have I mean, you just gave it away. Has to be.
I did. These guys are playing so fast.
Oh, King of clubs.
Anderson just absolutely got wrecked tonight. It was,
oh my God.
It was such,
Anderson.
He could not catch a break. These guys were throwing around 300s like it was, $15 calls. This is a great game, and I tried to recruit some people on Facebook to watch the stream, and I don't have too many friends, but my post was, since boring / no fun GTO style poker has not hit Texas yet, and you're interested in watching wide open, reckless action, no limit hold'em on live stream, feel free to tune in to the Lodge Poker Club live stream channel on YouTube at 8 p.m. Central Time. Is that accurate?
It is. And what did your mother and sister say? Hey, you better, if you put on that headset, it's open season.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, don't come in here thinking just because you dealt for 3 hours solid that we're going to be nice.
That's fair. I understand.
No, I'm kidding. You know I'm kidding. Looks like we got a big bet, 160.
Nick from Yuma. What's happening?
Nick from Yuma is the mayor of our live chat community.
I thought that was Nick Papa Georgia.
Well, that is. Nick from Yuma is...
Do you require corrective lenses?
I do not require them. That was a great movie. I love that. The best part of that movie is when they went to that one casino where they play the funny games. Pick a number. 7. No. I love that movie. I was in Vegas when they were filming that.
And they actually had a casino war table, and that came into an actual casino. But, like, they should have the coin toss game. That's pretty... I mean, you're basically playing coin toss when you play Baccarat or Red and Black and Roulette, but there's obviously house edges in both the games.
That was it's a good movie. Vacation, that whole series. I like the original myself.
You just like the pool scene.
I like when they get to Wally World. And John Candy says, sorry, folks, park's closed. Moose should have told you out front. There's a king and an ace for J-Win. King. Moose should have told you out front. I love that movie. Yeah, I do like the pool scene with Christy Brinkley.
In the Christmas, but yeah.
7 of spades. Christy is a very attractive young lady or old lady. Jake just wants the stats. They'll come at the end of the show, like always, Jake. VPIP and aggression. He must be ready to go. I can't wait to meet Kristen, Jake. She's been a longtime fan of the show. She'll be playing Wednesday night with Nakia and Cindy and a bunch of other great ladies. Cindy's going to pile her chips up so high. There's a 10 of spades. Kings and 10s now for Philip. He catches up to the ace. Poor Cindy actually fell. She didn't eat very much one day, and she stood up and just kind of fainted a little bit. And Jaywin's going to have to decide. Jaywin just put a $1,000 chip in there. He raised it to $1,400.
He told him the good news on the river.
Are they talking?
Jaywin didn't say a damn word. I don't analyze poker. Like I said, GTO poker sucks. So.
Oh yeah, it would have been real entertaining if it was like, yeah, just deuce 3 on that.
Wow. Great bet. Those yellow chips are scary, Mikey.
All right, Mike wants.
All right, see you later, Kevin.
You only got like 2 more hands.
Thanks, Kev. Kev going radio silent.
Kevin.
Good job as
Good
always,
job, Kevin.
Hogging
Good
the microphone.
job.
God damn.
Right. 2 more minutes and we would have had to pay you for the show. We got to get you out of here. There's a VPIP, as Jake Stein wanted to see.
Could be our last hand of the night there. Might be. Like,
no, we didn't. There's the pre-flop raise, Poker Travelers. Mikey, it looks like this might be the end of
this
it.
is it.
And thoughts on tonight's game, Mike? You put a good one together.
Yeah, an exciting game. Rick, not too shabby. Thanks for joining us, Kevin. Good job in the booth.
And always big thanks to the executive producer, Dave Klaproth, and his fine work putting all this together. And, you know, the fine folks in the live chat.
Of course, 323 still in there. Don't forget on Wednesday, Ladies' Night, that's going to be something unique and special. And we're going to be proud to bring it to you live on Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. Our big winner tonight, E, was hovering around close to 7K, ends up about 4.7. Anderson throwing the party 3K, Big Tony 2.5K, Philip up 3K. So a good game all around. Lots of action, lots of big hands, and it was fun to watch for sure. So thank you all for being a part of it.
I want to thank our title sponsor, America's Card Room, and our newest sponsor, ChipLeaderCoaching.com. Thank you to those fine folks. And for Dave Klaproth, the executive producer, Mike the Skull Reisman, my name's Slick Rick. We'll see you Wednesday night.
Not that slick, Rick.
On Poker Night at the Lodge.
Wednesday night, people. We'll see you then.
$300 in my range.